whole lot of miles. It shows the Capital One Venture X business card. We earn unlimited double miles on every purchase. And with big purchasing power, we can spend more. All right, check. In your wallet.
Let's make sure my All right, I can hear myself.
I was born with wings, but psoriasis swooped in to clip them. Now, with
Good.
I'm back to clear skin.
Only Bimzelx targets and blocks
hold on a moment, everybody.
F to calm inflammation.
Most people got 100% fair skin, some after the first dose.
Serious side effects like suicidal thought behavior, infections, and low ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease occur. Tell your doctor if these habits are worsening, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Start to get back to clearer skin with Bimzelx.
All right,
Ask your dermatologist.
we are good. We are live. All right, audio is good. All right, here we go. All right, hello everybody. This is Chase fan number 9 here, and tonight, or should I say, this evening or afternoon or however you want to say it, we are kicking off the 2026 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season. And of course, as always, we're going to kick it off at Daytona, as always, with the fresh from Florida 250. This race will be your typical 100 lap, 250 mile race. I think the stages 1, 2, if I remember correctly, I think stages 1, 2 are both 30 laps each, and the final stage is supposed to be 40 laps. I think I'm correct on that. So, yeah. Anyways, we got a stacked field of talent in tonight's race. The first big story regarding the truck series this season is that, or this upcoming season, is that Dodge is back in NASCAR. Yep, you heard me right there. Never thought I'd see the day that Dodge would return to NASCAR, but they're back and they're starting off in the truck series. Hopefully, we can see them in the O'Reilly Auto Parts series and hopefully see them return to the Cup series in the future, maybe next year, but who knows. And the team that will be running, well, obviously, it's been a minute since Dodge has been in the sport. The last time we saw them was back in 2012 when they won the championship with Brad Keselowski. They raced in all 3 series back then. Ever since then, some of the small teams have ran like Ghost Dodges and all that before they completely dissolved like a few years ago. But this year they're back. Well, they're back all together, and the team that will be using the Dodge Ram, the team that will be running Dodge in the truck series is none other than Colleague Racing. Who would have thought that Colleague Racing would run a truck series program? Well, didn't think it was going to happen, but it is. Because of this, they are pausing their O'Reilly Auto Parts Series program, but they're going to continue running in the Cup Series under the Chevy banner. So, or Chevrolet banner with Ty Dillon and AJ Allmendinger. So, yeah. What else? So, the drivers for Colleague Racing's truck team. So, we got 5 entries. 4 the 5 drivers are full time. The first is Daniel Dye, the number 10. He comes down from the O'Reilly Auto Parts series. Good career move on Daniel Dye's part. Obviously, he's racing trucks before, driving for Bill McAnally Racing or McAnally Hilgeman Racing, if you want to call it that. He's going to be using the number 10. Last time we saw the number 10 in trucks, it was Jennifer Jo Cobb. Unfortunately, she doesn't have any plans for this year, but good to see number 10 full time with Daniel Dye in the truck series. So, yeah, I hope Daniel Dye can have a good season. The next entry is the number 12 of defending ARCA champion Brendan Butterbean Queen. Yep, he is driving the number 12. I hope this will be a breakout year for him. And I hope all that ARCA experience pays off. The number 14 is Mini Tyrell. He's the 37th entry in tonight's field. He's got in via a Ram provisional, whatever you want to call it. So, so, so I'm expecting big things from him. The number 16 is Justin Haley. He comes down from the Cup Series from driving the number 7 for he last year he drove the number 7 full time for Spire Motorsports. That ride is now taken by Daniel Suarez. I think this is a good career move on Justin Haley's part. Besides, he does have experience in the truck series before. He drove for various teams, most notably the now defunct GMS Racing. Um, he got his first win at Gateway. He has a win at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park and I think Texas, if I remember correctly. So I hope his past experience in trucks can pay off this season, driving for Colleague Racing. Not to mention he's has experience driving with Colleague Racing, obviously from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Not to mention he's a former winner at Daytona in the Cup Series and O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and Talladega as well. He's definitely going to be one to watch on these drafting tracks. So therefore, Justin Haley is my top pick tonight. It's very fitting, especially since he's driving in Dodge and it's their first year back in NASCAR altogether. Now the 25 truck, it will be full time this year, but it's going to be an all-star truck. So therefore, it's going to have a rotation of drivers. And for tonight, it's going to be and for the 25 truck tonight, we got a big name driving the 25 truck, and it's none other than the one, the only, the legendary Tony Stewart. Yes, Smoke is back in NASCAR for the first time in 10 years. I never thought, considering all the mixed feelings Tony Stewart has had for NASCAR with how the sport is ran, I never thought I'd see the day that Tony Stewart would sit inside a stock car or truck ever again, but he's back, and it's a one-off start for him. And supposedly after tonight, he's supposedly done with NASCAR forever. So yeah, I'm really happy to have Tony Stewart back. This is his first truck start in over 20 years. He has won in all three series before, and he's now driven for all five NASCAR's manufacturers, driven for Chevy, Toyota, Ford, Dodge, and Pontiac County, even though they're not in the sport anymore. So really looking forward to see what Tony Stewart can do. So yeah, he's pretty much driven for all five of NASCAR's top five manufacturers. So looking forward to see what Tony Stewart does tonight. I hope it'll be huge if he wins tonight. That's for sure. So yeah, can't wait to see what Tony Stewart does. And he's on my picks list for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, with that said, let's take a look at some other folks who are. I'm gonna pull up the starting grid for tonight's race because since the leaderboard is not up yet. So here's the starting grid for tonight's race. So starting at the top, Ty Majeski is the new driver of the number 88 truck, which was previously driven by Matt Crafton. Matt Crafton retired from full-time racing after last season. He will continue driving this year, but on a part-time basis for the same team, Thor Sport Racing. He's going to drive the number 66 truck from what I've seen. So yeah. And of course, there are cup drivers in this field like Michael McDowell who starts second, and Carson Hocevar starts fourth in the 77. Um, and of course, my top favorite team is none other than McAnally Hilgeman Racing or Bill McAnally Racing or wherever you want to call it. The lineup is pretty much the same. We got Tyler Ankrum in the 18 and Daniel Hamrick in the 19. Where is he starting? Oh, he's starting 32nd. But we got some new faces. Chris Wright's driving the 81 truck full time. Hope he doesn't get cucked out of the ride, especially after what he went through last year with our motorsports. Um, who else? Oh yeah, Christian Eckes is back in the truck series after coming from Colleague Racing's O'Reilly Auto Parts team last year. Christian Eckes, last time we saw him in trucks, he drove to victory lane at Phoenix back in 2023, but 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 we don't know how that ended. But I don't want to get into that. He's back this year, but this time in the 91 truck, which was previously driven by Jack Wood. Don't know what Jack will do this year, but it's only a wait and see. The last time we raced on a drafting track, um, oh yeah, back to McAnally Hilgeman Racing. I hope they have a good season this year because last year they didn't really do much. They didn't really win a lot of races. Obviously, one of the big wins from them last year was when Tyler Ankrum won at Rockingham, and then Daniel Hamrick finally scored that first win at Phoenix at Martinsville last year. I'm like, okay, we don't have to worry about him finishing second all the time anymore. I hope Hamrick has a breakout season this year because he really needs it. So there's that. Same with Ankrum too, and Eckes and Chris Wright. I hope Chris Wright can have a good year take without wrecking too many trucks, wrecking his equipment. So yeah. Anyways, last time we were on a drafting track in the truck series, Gio Ruggiero got his first win, that being Talladega. So look out for him to be strong tonight or a one to watch. And he did win it from the pole too. So there's that. Um, Also, last time the Truck Series raced at Daytona, Parker Kligerman was the winner until he got DQ'd. Unfortunately, Parker Kligerman's not racing in the 75 truck tonight for Henderson Motorsports. It's none other than Corey LaJoy, who going to be huge for someone who missed yesterday's Daytona, who's not well. It's going to be big coming from someone who it's going to be a huge, tall task for Corey LaJoy, especially since he's not racing on Sunday. So can't wait to see what he does. I hope he doesn't make an ass out of himself in that 75 truck. Like I can tolerate him, but he better not make an ass out of himself. That's all I can say. So yeah. What else? We also, oh yeah, for Corey Heim, who was second in this race last year, he's racing in trucks again this year, but on a part-time basis. He'll be driving the number one truck this year, even though Taylor Gray's driving it tonight. So yeah, Corey Heim, the defending winner of the Daytona Truck Race, is not in tonight's race, but the 11 can still go win. Um, Same team, the 11 truck, same as always, just different driver this time, and it's none other than Caden Honeycutt. Man, if someone were to tell me that Caden Honeycutt was going to be the next full-time driver for the 11 truck for Tricon, I wouldn't have believed them. But I'm going to tell you this right now. This is going to be a huge year for Caden Honeycutt, especially after what he went through last year. He lost his ride at Nice Motorsports, which he originally had at the beginning of last season. Lost it in the summer. Then he ended up driving for Hallmark Friesen Racing in place of Stuart Friesen. And for the fact that he made it as far as the championship for it, that goes to show you something. That goes to show you that he had potential last year. There was at least a race or two he could have won, but came up short. Yeah, Caden Honeycutt is definitely going to get his first win this year driving for Tricon. I don't see why he shouldn't. So let's see what Caden Honeycutt does, because again, going to be a huge breakout year for him this year. I hope it pays off. Yeah, he did like a race or two with Young's Motorsports, but I think it was just for Richmond, I think. But I don't think he was a factor in that one. So, speaking of Stuart Friesen, he has been cleared to race full time this year because in the summer of last year he was injured in a late model race or whatever in upstate New York, and he ended up missing the rest of the season because of that. So that explains Caden Honeycutt driving the 52 towards the latter part of last year. The 5 truck for Tricon will still continue to run, but I think on a part-time basis, Nick Lights will be the driver. This will be a big opportunity for him since this is the first time he's driven in top equipment. Canada's Canada native Cole Butcher will be the new driver, the number 13 full-time this year. Last year he made his debut at was it Lime Rock last year, so can't wait to see what Cole Butcher does tonight. Who else? Jake Garcia's back with back with Thor Sport, but he'll be in the 98. Who else? Ben Rhodes is back. Same with Frankie Muniz in the 33 for Team Rayome. The front row motorsports lineup is still the same with Lane Riggs in the 34 and Chandler Smith in the 38. I hope Lane Riggs can have another breakout season this year, and same with Chandler Smith. Grant Enfinger's back with CR7 Motorsports in the number 9. His teammate will be the number 97 truck who's in tonight. It'll be ARCA regular Jason Kitzmiller. It's been a minute since CR7 Motorsports has ran 2 trucks, so yeah. Another Cup regular in tonight's field is the 62, John Nemechek. Hallmark Friesen Racing is running 2 full-time trucks, this time the 62, which has been part-time in years past. They're starting tonight with John Hunter Nemechek, who will be in the truck next week at Atlanta. We'll wait and see. Also, I think I saw this on Wikipedia. The other driver that's going to drive the 25 truck for Colleague is Carson Ferguson. Don't know much about him, but we'll see what he does. Who else? Tanner Gray's also back with Tricon this year. So I keep getting the teams mixed up. So, yeah. Who else is in this field? Dawson Sutton's back with Rackley War. Unfortunately, his teammate Tony Breidinger, who's running a part-time schedule in the 27, missed the field. But I'm happy to see Dawson Sutton back. So there's that. Nice Motorsports, they're running 4 trucks tonight. The 4, 42, 44, and 45. It's crazy how Andre Perez is the only full-time driver for the team, while the others are part-time. The 4, 42, and 45 are going to have a rotation of drivers. The 45 will be driven by Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who's never made a truck start before. The 42 has a familiar face that we've seen before. Travis Pastrana returns to the Truck Series tonight at Daytona in the number 42. Um, Travis has driven for Nice Motorsports in the past. Um, it's unfortunate that Matt Mills doesn't have a full-time ride for this year, but I can hope. I can only hope that he'll be back this year, Matt Mills. And then the Ford truck will be driven by the one, the only, the legendary Cletus McFarland or Garrett Mitchell, since that's his real name. Hello, GT Bach. Welcome to the live stream. Let's see. And if you've seen the Nice Motorsports trucks, all four of them are paying tribute to Greg Biffle by running the stylized Greg Biffle number font. Those are some die-cast worthy trucks for Nice Motorsports. So yeah, can't wait to see what the Nice Motorsports trucks do tonight. And besides, it's been a minute since they've won, so can't wait to see what they do. Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with your videos, but lately I've been kind of behind lately. But I've been watching your videos. So yeah. Let's see. Spencer Boyd is back in the 76 truck this year, but there's another driver named Nathan Nicholson that's gonna make 3 starts with the team. So Spencer Boyd's ride is pretty much a part-time ride at this point. Team Rayum, aside from Frankie Muniz, the team owner is going to drive the 22 truck, and Jason White from Canada is going to drive the 2 truck. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I've pretty much covered every single driver in tonight's race.
Do you do any of that? No, I don't. Experian does, and they can do it for you, Puka. You're like my little BFF. I don't think I'm that little, but I'll take a little BFF. Wait, GPF is big financial.
Damn, 30 people in this stream? Man, never seen so many people on a live stream before like this.
It's a good day for a good deal at Outback. Get down under favorites like the Aussie 3-course starting.
Right now they're showing the race for the seat, the Colleague Racing Dodge reality show. The actual broadcast will start at 4:30. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll give it a watch. I've watched every other video, just not that particular one.
Starting at $3.50, packed with protein. Chipotle's new high protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
Not much longer now, and I will also take to the skies.
Me too.
You? No, you will always be a worm.
Just wait and see. Red Bull gives you wings. Plan your road trip in the ultimate playground at visitcalifornia.com. I really want to be a part of winning gold.
I want to win. It's time to climb the mountain to the top.
Hold on.
And I want you
For a
to
moment.
find happiness in who you are, because you are the gold. Family is not just here because you're winning. We're all too proud of you here. When the program ends, I want to see that smile on your face.
Hello, Jordan. Welcome to the live stream. Well, I'll be streaming the leaderboard, but I can't show the actual race that's shown on TV. And the reason why I don't do that is because it will get copyrighted, and it can. From what I heard, people who've tried to do that have had their streams shut down instantly. So I'm trying to avoid getting a copyright strike on my channel. I mean, I haven't had one in a while, and I just want to keep it that. But I'm gonna be showing the leaderboard. Family promising. What?
What's this? What is this for the race to the...
Yes. The Family Promise airs on John and Jan. I'm not familiar with that. Oh, okay. Oh, back in November. I think I might have gotten the notification, but I didn't give it a watch. But as I said, I've watched everything else. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Family Promise airs contemporary Christian Bell concert. Okay. It's 37 minutes long, and another one that's 3 minutes long. Yeah, I'll give it a watch when I get the chance to. Yeah, yeah. I like how the volume is loud. I don't, as long as it's loud enough to be heard, then hey, I'll dig it. That's for sure. And also, speaking of bells, um, this past January, I got back into filming church bells. I filmed a church in Modesto called Saint Stanislaus Catholic Community Church, and they don't have a Verdant system, but rather a very loud mass row system. So, so yeah, so yeah, make sure to go check that out, especially for those who didn't see it. Yeah, it's best to be standing in front of the church where the sound is coming from, so that way you're in the sound path when it goes off. Yeah, the spot I chose was a good one, that's for sure. Yeah, I like the bongs. Yeah, I like those ones. Yeah, I like the end bongs at the end of autumn leaves. Yeah, I like them. Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, I like those too.
When's it gonna start in the race?
Dead last.
All right.
He got a provisional.
We started this competition having no idea how it's going to work. What happens in competitions? Cream rises to the top.
How about the other round
And I
trucks?
could not be more proud of this many times.
Oh, let's do the truck race.
Yeah, I like it when they put it. It was on full blast.
The 2026 season is here, and there's no better place to kick off the season than Daytona International Speedway. Up and down the grid, there's no lack of talent tonight. Three-time Cup champion
What?
Tony Stewart is
Yes, Mom.
Tomorrow, Sunday, okay?
Yes, I'll see what I can do. Yeah.
Always want to score a win at NASCAR's most prestigious track. And don't forget the crossover superstars. X-Games legend Travis Pastrana and internet personality Cletus McFarland. Shooting well up to fans and Truck Series regulars. So strap in because the Craftsman
Yeah.
Truck Series.
Yeah, listening to the 3-minute peel on full blast with the volume all the way up. That's always the best right there.
Perfect place to kick off the 2026 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Tonight we have one of the most star-studded fields we have seen in years. Three-time Cup champion Tony Stewart, social media superstar Cletus McFarland, action superstar Travis Pastrana, and that is just to name a few who are here tonight. They are pumped up. Can't wait to see what they can do. Not to mention the rookies and the Daytona 500 champion. We're excited to have you joining us here as we kick off the season in Daytona. I'm Jamie Little, joined by a couple of NASCAR champions and Daytona 500 champions as well. This is Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano. So happy to have you guys with us. Kevin, we just mentioned it, superstars. I mean, we've got Ram back in the sport. What are you looking at?
I'm so excited for this race. I haven't felt this enthusiasm about a truck race in a long, long time. And when you look at that enthusiasm tonight, it's all about Ram. It's all about Tony Stewart, Cletus McFarland. And oh, by the way,
From my end, yeah, they sounded a little bit distorted.
What we can anticipate throughout the field with everything that could happen.
There's a lot of things that can happen for sure. This racetrack is just unpredictable. You never know what Daytona can bring. You're going to want to go out there and get those stage points because the chances of finishing the race aren't always the greatest. So get the points while you can. That's going to be key. But also learn what your truck can and cannot do throughout the event. How you
so I see.
Win the race by the end. That's the things you got to figure out in the first couple stages.
How about Tony Stewart, though? The guy hasn't been in a truck since 2005. He was like the most nervous I saw today.
When I talked to him, he was definitely the most nervous I've ever heard him. I've been around him for a long time. The anticipation for him being in the truck is high.
Absolutely, and the anticipation to kick off this season is high. Let's now go trackside for opening ceremony.
His jacket.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you are able. Remove your hats. And veterans, render a hand salute as the Keystone Heights High School Color Guard presents our nation's colors.
Okay. Yes,
Here
Mark,
to offer tonight's invitation, please welcome Motor Racing Outreach Chaplain, Nick Terry.
All right, time for pre-race ceremonies.
Truck season with tonight's race. We honor you as Lord and ask for your blessing of protection over this event and all we do this year. I pray for each driver, their teams, the officials.
You already said that.
Thank you for the freedom to be here and for those who make the sacrifices to protect it. Racing brings us joy, and we're grateful for the opportunity to share it together tonight. We ask you to be with us in all we do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome broadcast media.
Yeah, it's always nice to have the camera like set up within hundreds of feet from the sound source.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Is McCallum in this race?
Yes, they're full-time still.
Four drivers?
Tyler Ankrum, Daniel Hemrick, Chris Wright, and Christian Eckes. Yep. Their team's not shut down.
He's asking Cameron, okay?
O'er the ramparts we watch,
Cameron remember everything, you know. Don't forget to have this. We can buy food with this. Oh, we can try it, Mom.
What the hell is? Looks like the TV tripped out for a bit.
That's them, probably, Kevin.
Yeah, no surprise, especially since it's Fox.
I've had this for years, Mom. These boots. These boots, Mom.
I've heard you playing those two songs. It sounded awesome as always.
Race you. Race you on dirt, sand, snow. Race you through this, over that, all day, all night. Race you on four wheels, one wheel. How about no wheels? Race you with the world watching. This guy watching. Race you to the summit. Maybe not that summit. The sub 7. Any event, any terrain, any time. Race you.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna put the leaderboard up in a moment. Here we go, leaderboard finally. Boom, here we go.
That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. To avoid going into this, take note of recognizable landmarks.
All right, so here we go.
What's wrong with going in circles? Different circles, Ross. Okay.
All right, so I got the leaderboard up. Also, it looks like the stage lengths are different. So stages 1 and 2 are 20 laps, and the final stage is 60 laps. Okay, so they changed it this time around. Oh yeah, another driver that's in the field. It's been like forever. Clay Greenfield is back in a truck series field. I do remember him. It's just been a long time since I've seen him in a NASCAR race. When was the last time he made a start? I need to look it up.
We've learned the most important part of our business is loyalty to our clients and their families. Call now or visit Tony'sPlumbing.com to schedule service. The Bears got your back.
Oh, he made a truck start last year at his last truck start was at Daytona last year. Okay. Then he was at Talladega the year before. Yeah. He's driven for Spencer Davis Motorsports, Cook Racing Technologies, Clay Greenfield Motorsports. The team he's driving for tonight is called GK Racing, the number 95. Yeah, he's DNQ'd this race a few times in the last few years, but he's in it tonight. So yeah, I'm really happy to see Clay Greenfield back in NASCAR back again. Hope he makes Talladega later on this year. So.
Including that jumping out of a perfectly good airplane with no parachute, double backflip, IPX thing.
That surprises me with this guy. So he's definitely not scared of anything, that's for sure.
Well, a few moments ago, we caught up with our Josh said.
Well, Travis, I know it's not your first rodeo when it comes to NASCAR. First truck race since 2023, so what are the emotions going
in 2023, that was the last time Travis Pastrana raced in NASCAR. Okay.
Channel 199. We are having fun, literally living the dream in Daytona.
From
So many
there.
fans came to support
Pineapple.
Cletus and out of Shake and Bake. I'm seeing
Pineapple.
Stenhouse, Hope the Bird's been talking to us, and this is awesome.
Well, it's a stacked field. Good luck out there tonight. Travis Pastrana will roll off 13.
Just living the dream. Joey, what do you think of this guy?
I think he's the most humble person in the world because when I meet him, I'm like, holy cow, that's Travis Pastrana. And he's like thinking that about us. And like, it's so crazy just reacting with him. I see him in the gym the other day.
All right, Mom.
He's talking to my kid.
I'll keep you posted.
It's just a cool guy, right? He said he's living his dream. And he's not
All right,
scared of
Travis Pastrana's
anything.
getting
So,
strapped
him
in.
jumping into a truck, after not being in one in a while, it was not surprising at all.
Well, think about his history here too. He won his first Supercross race right here in this infield on a motorcycle, and now he's finished 11th in the Daytona 500. He's got the pedigree and the knowledge of his past and the things that he's done. But this is truck racing. You never know what's going to happen in truck racing. These guys are wild. These trucks are hard to drive, and he's going to be one to watch.
How about on the flip side, Cletus? Thoughts?
Cletus he's going to learn a lot, but I think as he's gone through the ARCA race and all the things that he's done, this will be a great learning experience for him.
Well, we've waited 2.5 months to hear the most famous words in racing. It's time now to go trackside for the command to fire engine.
Daytona International Speedway. Please give a big NASCAR welcome to the Chief of Strategic Partnerships for the Florida Department of Agriculture, Yolanda Roundtree, along with Miss America, Cassie Dunnigan.
Are you ready for the French from Florida 250? Miss America, join me in saying, drivers, start your engine!
All right. Some of the Dodge drivers have onboard cameras.
Just like that, the trucks are fired. When we come back, we'll hear from Tony Stewart and Cletus McFarland. And we'll drop the green flag right here. That's coming up.
All right, let's rock and roll, everybody. Grab some snacks, sit back and relax. Let's get this party started.
Especially at the big game. It's why I wanted more for my symptomatic obstructive HCM. So I asked my cardiologist about Camzyos. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active. It's a difference I can feel, and he can see.
Camzyos is proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, and with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek out for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby. Camzyos, first in its class to treat symptomatic OHCM.
It's great to be back.
Ask your cardiologist about Camzyos.
All right, Big Me, this is where the dream begins. Big Cats, remember me?
My younger self?
Yep, I'm the you who never gave up.
We got this.
If we push ourselves, we'll go further than we ever thought we could.
Are you Russia?
I am. I am.
Thanks for meeting me here. Usually not an interweb dating guy. Barely ever use this phone computer. Unless it's to vote on my insurance delivery.
Same. I hate this thing, but it's true. You can save hundreds bundling with Liberty.
Liberty?
Liberty?
Liberty. Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some lasagna.
And some cannolis.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. I'm a Denny's super slammer. Hot stuff, come. Okay, y'all can chill now. With 100 slamming meal deals, you can feed everyone and still get dessert. If you've got room. Good luck. Denny's new slamming meal deal starting at $5.99.
That's rough. But hey, with Safe Flight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Any way you want.
It's your windshield. You fix it any way you want with Safe Flight. Safe like you care, safe like you face.
Colonel knew folks hated Mondays, so he made sure Tuesdays were finger-licking good with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders for just $10. It's TGI Tuesday. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal. KFC $10 Tuesdays.
I love reliving all those memories, those moments. Tony Stewart getting ready to make his 709th.
I didn't hear anyone honk.
Let's stop him up. Hey, Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, Jamie Little up in the booth. And I don't even know how in the world we are doing this interview. I never expected you to be back here again. Are you ready?
Hard enough to know I'm not as ready as I would like to be for sure, but appreciate the opportunity for sure.
Hey, Tony, it's Joey. And, I was thinking about all the things I did that was a pain in your butt. And this is going to be worse, okay? It's going to be an adventure for you. We're excited to watch it. Tell us some of the things you've done to prepare for this moment.
Well, the hard part is, it's not like we did a lot of practice anywhere, so literally didn't drive the truck till yesterday, and it would have been really simple, but I spent a lot of time iRacing, so got a great group of friends that we iRaced with, and those guys have been awesome, knowing that I needed the help of just getting laps, and CJ Bell and my spotter, we spent a couple nights together just working on communication, so just literally simple stuff like doing iRacing so that CJ and I are on the same page starting this thing, and then, once we get going, it's just a matter of me trying to learn the truck and not trying to learn what I need to do to communicate and try to learn the truck at the same time.
Well, all of your pictures that we showed from all your highlights, you look a lot younger in there. So go out and have some fun, old man.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the old guy running the daycare after a night.
Probably some driver in their car was blasting their horn on full blast.
It's so special. So special to have them in the field. You see all these fans.
Thank you so
many of them are here.
Thank you, old man.
They love them. They miss them.
Yeah, they were able to go back and dig out all of their vintage T-shirts and come back to the racetrack and see something that they never thought they were going to see again. And I honestly never thought I'd see him again as well. So we're excited to see Tony back in the seat.
Yeah. So on the flip side, Cletus McFarland is making his first career truck series start here. What do you think, Joe? You want to dial him up?
Sure, let's dial up, please. Cletus McFarland, Joey Logano, and Kevin Harvick, Jamie Little up here in the Fox booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Well, you're the most American race car driver I have seen out there. You look awesome out there. I know you got bald eagles ready to roll. How you feeling?
Oh, man. I'm bringing fire up, brother. My heart's beating kind of. I'm feeling ready now. I feel good. I'm going to get qualified, locked in, truck, good team. I'm just so pumped. So thankful to be here.
All right, we'll be watching you. Have some fun out there. I know you will.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
I think Cletus and Travis Pastrana are the same person.
You're both having a lot. There's two people in the field that you know are having fun. It's those two for sure.
Absolutely. Well, it's time now to take a look at the starting grid, sponsored by Craftsman. But starting on row one, Tyler Jesse getting it done on the pole for the third time at Daytona. Michael McDowell, Daytona 500 champion, on the front row as well.
Yeah, as we go to row two right here, we see Cup Sensation driving a Chevrolet, Carson Hocevar, and Tanner Gray in his Toyota.
And here in row three, you see Tyler Akram, a couple of truck regulars here. Grant Anfinger, always good on the super speedways. Look for him to be, of course, in front.
All right, let's take a look at the rest of the starting lineup. They qualified just a few hours ago. You see Caden Honeycutt there in the 11 truck. Corey Heim has moved on.
Yeah, and you see Gio Ruggiero right behind him. We expect a lot of things out of him. He had a great end of the year. Cletus McFarland, Travis Pastrana, Tony Stewart right there, starting 15.
I think here you see Corey LaJoy. Look for him to be up towards the front. John Hunter, Nemechek, Cup regular out there, and Stuart Friese back in the truck. Glad to see him here.
All the way in the back right here, you see Lane Riggs starting 35th right there. We expected him to be up towards the front, so it'll be interesting to see if he can work his way forward. And winner of the Ram seat right there, starting last, Minnie Tyrell.
Good to have him in. Another first-timer. Never driven one of these trucks, never raced one of them. Time now to say hello to our 3 pit reporters calling all the action from down on pit lane. Josh Sims, Amanda Busick, and Regan Smith. Hello, Regan.
Well, good evening, Jamie, and what a night it is to get the Craftsman Truck Series started. We've talked a lot about star power so far tonight, but let's not forget about the series regulars who are out here to win a championship this year. One of those is Caden Honeycutt. Third place 1 year ago in the championship, moves over to the 11 at Tricon this year. Of course, that's the truck that won 12 races in the championship with Corey Heim. But things are going to sound just a little bit different tonight. Normal crew chief Scott Zipidelli is out with injury. He is back home in Mooresville, North Carolina. David Stewart, the team's longtime engineer, will take over the reins. They expect things to go just as smoothly as ever and nothing to be any different. Amanda, it's going to be exciting.
Well, we've been talking about big personalities in this race here tonight. I got to add your 2025 ARCA Series champion to that list, Brendan Quinn, affectionately known as Butterbean. He jumped on the scene here last year with a win here and won a legion of fans in his post-race interview with a dedication to Waffle House. He was 22nd qualified here tonight and said he's got a truck to matter when it will count tonight. I asked him how surreal this moment was for him. He said, Amanda, I spent free race alongside Dana White. It is wild out here. To be known, Josh, Waffle House is less than a mile away. Servers, you are wards.
Well, Amanda, we have 2 Daytona 500 champions in the field in this truck race tonight, including Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who is actually making his Craftsman Truck Series debut. Now, he's got 2 wins total in the Cup Series at Daytona. He's got 4 Super Speedway wins in the Cup Series. When I talked to him earlier, he told me it's a learning curve getting used to these trucks. He said things are moving much slower. Anticipation is going to have to be key for me here tonight. But he also said when worst comes to worst, I can lean on my Super Speedway experience. That's gone pretty far, I would say, in
All right.
his career in NASCAR.
All right, check. Make sure the volume.
Jr. has never raced a truck before. All right, Kevin, how about our fuel strategy? Sponsored by Zero Carbon Bioethanol.
Yeah, we're going to run 100 laps tonight, 250 miles, 2 really short stages at the beginning of this one at 20 laps apiece. And then in that second stage, 60 laps. Fuel window, 32.
As long as they don't wreck before or during green flag pit stops, then we should all be good.
That triangle, 18 degrees, that's a sketchy place. It's not a sharp turn, but it's not much load in the corner, and the trucks really get light. Then you have that long 3,000-foot back straightaway where there's some pushing and shoving.
All right. I think the chase field for the truck series is like, I believe it's like either 9 or 10 trucks. I think it's 10 still. All right, here we go. Let's get this season underway. All right, pace car heads to pit road. Green flag in the air, and the 2026 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season is officially underway. We are racing at Daytona. Here we go. All right, Spire Motorsports trucks, teammates of, well, I should say the 2 Spire Motorsports teammates of McDowell and Hocevar are 1-2. Majeski's going to sit on the 3rd. Just think they're teammates at Spire Motorsports in both the Cup and Truck Series, which is funny. All right. Pretty simple first lap, or clean first lap, I should say. Also on Carson Hocevar's truck, he has two major department stores or two major retailers on his truck, Best Buy and IKEA. First time I've seen IKEA on any NASCAR race car or race truck, but definitely not the first for Best Buy. They sponsored Matt Kenseth, Jeff Green, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., you name it. So yeah, really happy to see Best Buy back on a NASCAR stock car truck or whatever you want to call it. Right. Hocevar going to get to his teammates inside. Another thing you'll probably, speaking of Spire Motorsports, Raja Karuth has moved on to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series full time. He's going to race full time for Junior Motorsports. Well, he's going to race full time in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series next year, but he'll be full time in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series this year, but for two different teams, Junior Motorsports and Jordan Anderson Racing. So can't wait to see what he does. And because of that, the 71 truck is no more. It was a good run. I'm really proud of what Raja Karuth was able to achieve in the truck series. I hope that experience will pay off in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and we'll go from there. So yeah. Could he do a one-off truck start this year for Spire Motorsports? Maybe. I doubt it. I don't care what truck he drives. It's still Spire. And speaking of which, Kyle Busch is doing some truck races this season too in the 7 truck. Connor Mosack is also going to drive the 7 as well. And we might have some surprises this year. So we'll see. And I think I already mentioned this already, but James Hinchcliffe is going to drive the 77 at St. Petersburg in a few weeks. So can't wait to see how that goes. So yeah. All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard. John Nemechek's up to 9th. Cletus, I see he goes by name Cletus Mitchell, not Cletus McFarland. Why don't they just give him his full name, Garrett Mitchell? It'd be better. See Justin Haley back there. Where's he running? He's running 25th. Tony Stewart's 21st. Okay, taking it easy. Nothing too major. Minnie Tyrell's in 32nd. And Jason Kitzmiller is in last place.
Well, we expected him to be good. That's a championship caliber team. They were right in contention with every type of racetrack.
Hello, Muna Train Videos. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're having a good afternoon. I hate when the leaderboard does this shit. It's so annoying. Sorry about that. I hope this truck race doesn't get too crazy as the night goes on. I'm having a great afternoon. Thank you for asking. So yeah. Oh no, Cletus, no! Oh, there goes Cletus. Damn, this truck is wrecked.
That's a huge hit to that inside.
Oh, he said he's good.
Glad to hear he's okay. That's a big hit.
Broken-hearted, I'm sure, only to make it 6 laps in this one. He was running 10th at the time.
He was hanging out, keeping an eye on him. He made a move to get to that bottom lane, which I thought was a good play for him. And he's just kind of riding in line. I'm interested to see what happened there. Turn 4
Yeah. Yeah, same here. Had a long work week. Just want to kick back and relax.
Yeah, based upon that explanation, I think I know what I'm going to see right here.
Cletus
Ready
McFarland.
to put it on the screen. I'm not even going to speculate.
This truck just lose it.
Just got loose.
Got loose. Man, the handling on these trucks is going to be
that section of the racetrack. If you
an issue tonight.
The truck right there, as you get about 3/4 of the way around the corner, if that truck is tight and all of a sudden the truck will get loose with those little bumps and everything right there, and as the track transitions, it's just a characteristic of this racetrack in that section.
Let's take another look at that overhead shot.
See right on these still creeping. There's that one wiggle, kind of catches it, lifts, but then Gino's nowhere to go, and you can only slow up so much. You get trucks all around you. For Cletus, he's out there, he's having a good time, but
hello, Jay the Rail fan here. Welcome to the live stream.
In scenarios like this, right? So how do you learn? You got to just live it.
Hope he's okay. What a wild ride and a big hit to Cletus McFarland. He brings out our first caution.
Well, there's our first.
You want fearless? Take a truck, sprint down the track.
We are back.
Ready for a fight. Timid? Stay home. Friday nights under the lights. Racing that's pure, passion that's authentic, and pressure that's real. This is where careers are born before heroes are made. Nothing stops Ram. That means we deliver knockouts. Boom. We don't just ride the bull. We are the bull. We're light duty, heavy duty, heavy D8s, Hurricanes and Hellcats. And we're backing up with America's best powertrain limited warranty. We're UFC fighting with donut making NASCAR winning Ram. We're never gonna be something we're not, because nothing stops Ram.
I see you're still rail fanning on the same line, the Kanawha subdivision.
Mommy, I have to go potty. You gotta do it.
Oh. So, what's next?
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Napa knows that 1 in 4 vehicles will need a new battery this year. And that's just the tip of the electrical iceberg. That's why Napa is a trusted solution for the electrical parts, tools, and expertise that keeps your business moving full speed ahead.
All that you see within these 4 walls, the words you hear, are never to be repeated. Abigail, he's an abomination and loathsome on it.
He will never acknowledge me or the children.
Hell is empty, all the devil's in here.
Last season, IndyCar champ Alex Palou rewrote the history books. The only question now is, what's next?
Cletus McFarland. He races everything. He's got a lot of crazy things. And he has fun, no matter what he's doing. Look at this.
Yeah, we saw the motorhomes last year at Talladega. I went inside. I wouldn't have slept there.
Unfortunately, his night ended early, lap number 6. I know his heart's broken, but it's a great scene. We'll take a look at the infield, and there he is climbing from his truck. He's gonna be sore after that hit, guys. That was big.
Well, he hit so flush to that wall on the driver's side. There's no give, right? There's that the cape around you to protect the driver. It's so important, but there's also crush zones that you need to absorb a wreck. And the driver's side, with all those bars are meant there to keep all the intrusion.
All that hype
hit it
out the window.
Yeah, you see that thing start tail slapping right there after it got loose. And
honestly, this is why practice is always important, people.
Just how much those
But
cars are glued to the racetrack. It couldn't be more opposite with these trucks. And when you're underneath somebody like that, it's very easy to get loose. And in that area of the racetrack, even easier. So it's
turn 4 has been the bane of has been. It seems like every year we go to Daytona, regardless of what series. I swear, it's always there's always at least 1 or 2 cautions for a driver that gets loose off turn 4. They hit the bumps, and it's enough to get them sideways. They'll either hit the wall or they'll just or they'll get lucky.
Let's get an update on our leader, Josh.
Yeah, an update on Michael McDowell. When I talked to him in his team earlier today, he said when he got in this race last year, wasn't as comfortable with the truck, something he hadn't done in about a decade. This time around, Brian Patty, his crew chief, told me they are way more prepared, and we are seeing that.
Michael McDowell has raced in the truck series before, but it's been a long ass time. Wait, didn't he do some truck races last year? I think he did. Maybe it's been a minute.
Where the trucks are behind him.
Well, Josh, to update a couple of trucks that came to pit road on this caution. Tony Stewart, you see him right there, one of those trucks. It's struggling with the back of his vehicle. They can't get it to where he's comfortable enough to go full throttle through the corners. He's actually having to lift a little bit. So they came in, got 4 tires, and made adjustments to try and help him out and give him that confidence he needs. Another truck, Lane Riggs in the 34, also came to pit road. They are hitting the ground so bad with the nose of that truck still, as Kevin, you saw a little while ago, they decided to put some packer in, so an extended stop for the 34 Lane Riggs.
Thank you, Regan, for the update.
I circled Tony Stewart's dash right there because did you see how big that bump was?
I didn't know that was adjustable.
Well, that might not be, but that's not telling anybody.
He's got the glasses in there too.
They all
I get it. Yeah, exactly right. I think that thing is big possible too. And it might be that way for everybody, but it's still good for him to be able to see it.
You guys, look at this overhead shot. It is absolutely packed in the infield. Great turnout in the stands, kicking off things this weekend. We've got 3 more races coming up.
It's as good a vibe in this racetrack and coming down here to Speed Weeks as it has been in a long time. I love the enthusiasm of the competitors, the amount of people in the crowd. It feels a little different than it has in several years.
Travis Pastrana back there in 32nd, keeping it clean so far.
And this is a nice time to have a caution. You know, it wasn't a huge wreck, unfortunately, so you got into that. But for everybody else, they had a moment to go down pit road, and some of them, the leaders stayed out. But the back half of the field, they came in.
Excuse me.
They made a couple of adjustments that they needed to. You're 10 laps in, you get an idea of what you got. And then you have plenty of time to make that up throughout the race.
Man, fucking sucks for Cletus.
Led 8 laps. Carson Hocevar credited with 1. And the teammate.
All right, back to green with 10 laps to go in stage 1. Here we go.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed right here, Joey, is typically in that
Tanner Gray giving Carson Hocevar a push.
Together and let that top truck drop down, but apparently the race is on. Fend for yourself, boys.
Well, we saw that when Carson made that move, and now he's going to move back up in front of his teammate as he's going to think the run's going to go down the back straightaway on the top.
You see Hocevar get out there a little bit and that top lane.
Don't get too far out. There's Caden Honeycutt, third truck on the outside.
And that might be the teammate thing they're trying to do. Maybe their thoughts are instead of running, nose to tail, run side by side, and then you got control of the race one way or the other. Maybe that's their play. And pushing the triangle, that's the sketchy part. You see Ty Majeski just get close enough to where when he gets on the short chute, that's that little section between the triangle and turn 1. He can get on there, get a little push, try to move that lane.
How about Butterbean Queen? We mentioned him. He's running around 14th right now.
Here's Brendan Queen. He's up to 12th.
Yeah.
Have to crack the top 10.
He was our car steward champion. Just had such a great late model stock career and everything that he's been able to accomplish on the short tracks. But he's also got a great personality. He's got a unique style. He's got that mullet, in the back always has that American flag hanging out the window after he wins the races.
And the fans love them.
And they'll celebrate at the Waffle House with their team. So had a great year last year in the ARCA series. Climbed a few fences, took home a few trophies. He's a great kid.
So he's one of 5 Ram truck drivers for this season.
Cletus McFarland, I'm sure they've said already, but he is racing in tomorrow's ARCA series opener. I'm going to do a reaction video for that too.
Well, the only reason that our truck team started is because Toyota decided to go truck racing, and Chevrolet didn't want them to come in here and take over everything. And now Ram has brought their trucks back onto the racetrack, and it has brought the enthusiasm level through the roof because of the fact that there's been we want manufacturer battles, and Toyota doesn't want to get beat, Chevy doesn't want to get beat, Ford doesn't, and they all want to say that they have the best truck because in the end, the manufacturers sell a lot of trucks.
America likes trucks.
I hope Cletus McFarland gets another opportunity at Talladega later on this year in that same truck.
Yeah, and Dodge, with everything that they did with the Cup cars at that particular time, we're
Here's
not
Tony
here for
Stewart.
a long time, but they did a great job while they were here. But as we look at Tony Stewart right there in the 25.
Back in 25th right now for Tony. He's running all by himself.
He might be being smart right now. What's going on in front
You know, if he doesn't want to get caught up in early trouble, hey, that's completely totally fine. He's back there with Daniel, Dye, and Christopher.
And it does nothing but go backwards. And they keep collecting more trucks going up there. It's just not working. And it's saying 2x2. I mean, that's everyone's going up to that third lane has fallen to the back.
Cole Butcher on the outside in that third lane leading the way. New driver for Thor Sport Racing.
But it's so inviting. Oh, man, you see those trucks in the outside lane get really squirrely up there. But that outside lane is so inviting. But unless you have a ton of trucks up there to be able to take that
Cole Butcher.
you have to make up for that distance. So you're going to have a pretty aggressive group of
John
guys in order to make
Nemechek's
up
coming to the
ground,
front as well.
in that top lane.
And these trucks, I've raced them many times on the super speeders, but the couple times that I have, it will fool you. You were in the pack running quarter, half throttle, thinking, man, I could just pull out there and go wide open and pass them all. And when you pull out there into that wind, it is like you are dragging the biggest parachute behind you. These things are boxy, they are draggy, they don't like the wind. So, yeah, you might be running quarter, half throttle, but when you put it out there, you better have 5 or 6 trucks with you that are willing to go.
And we heard Michael McDowell earlier talking about how he can't see the trucks behind him very well. Well, not only do they have a big cab and a square nose, they've got a really big spoiler on the back that makes it hard to see. So that spoiler is tall, which is what the cab and the spoiler creates all these great runs.
You're starting to see those trucks come up a little bit off of turn 4. That's handling. That's the tightest part of the racetrack. If Frankie goes away and you're still trying to turn the truck, and the trucks will start moving up the racetrack. That's where it's going to get scary. Only 4
to go in stage 1. All right, well.
Michael McDowell continues to battle his teammate up front. He knows how to get around this place. He knows how to find victory lane. Back to the 2021 Daytona 500. There you are, Joey.
I don't like watching this at all.
Close your eyes. Wreck it all around him. And there he is. Gets it done. Michael McDowell, biggest win of his career. He was so pumped up.
Well, Michael McDowell is a great man, and I think when you look at Daytona International Speedway, we've had some surprise winners here, and you look at Michael McDowell and Ricky Stenhouse and Tony Stewart never won the Daytona 500. This is a tough racetrack to make that day work on Sunday to win the Daytona 500.
It's crazy. Tony's won here 19 times and everything else, but never won on the day there with the Daytona 500.
I'm talking about tough right now. You got 2 to go, coming to 2 to go in the stage here.
2 to go.
Steve. Right now as they go down the back
There's a lot of debris flying up on the back stretch.
A little bit more intense. That third lane start. They're trying.
Who's that? That Eckersley in the outside?
And what do these 2 teammates do up front? They've been side by side since the restart.
Well, they pretty much controlled this race from start to the end of this first stage. So we got a lot of experience up there with Michael McDowell, I like the way that bottom lane
All
has
right,
been
2 to
warmed
go.
up, but as that top lane
Pits are closed.
gets closer and closer, it's going to make it
I think the chase field for the truck series is 10, just like how it was over the playoff format. So, yeah.
Make something happen. Eckes stepped away from the truck series last year, went up to the Ohio.
Hey, Christian, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I was just paying attention to the live stream. Hello, Christian. Hello, Mark. Hello, Dakota. Welcome, welcome. Up 3 wide now. Hey, is that Eckes? Holy damn, where did he come from? Oh, Jesus. Nemechek's going to have to give Eckes a big, mighty push.
And let's remember, you can't walk bumpers like they did all the way down the back straightaway. They were able to pass 3 or 4 rows right there of trucks. So,
last lap of stage 1 already. Here we are.
Well, this is where it gets wild. Everybody knows that the points are on the line right now, and you've got to put yourself in a position to gather as many
all right.
with the way that the new point system is. So you want everything that you can get. So it's going to be aggressive down the back straightaway.
Oh, here comes Tanner Gray. Oh. Look at damn, Tanner Gray's getting a big push from Christian Eckes. Here they come to the shit. Damn. Here they come to the line, and it's gonna be close. Who was it? I think Tanner Gray got it. Damn. Wasn't expecting a Tanner Gray stage win.
A lot of unstable trucks. We're just 20 laps into this thing, and I know a lot of them thinking maybe we can just do 2 tires or fuel only, or possibly even stay out here and get to the second stage.
All right, your stage 1 results are Tanner Gray, Carson Hocevar, Christian Eckes, John Nemechek, Michael McDowell, Caden Honeycutt, Ty Majeski, Taylor Gray, Brendan Queen, and Grant Enfinger round out your top 10.
Son Ryder, friends Jack and Dennis Dutton, and Craig Wadsworth. Tragically, they lost their lives in Statesville. Biffle was more than a racer and a champion. He was a humanitarian and a friend to all. His NASCAR career began right here in the Truck Series, winning the 2000 championship. Before, of course, going on to become one of NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers. Greg Biffle was 55 years old.
The ACC and Big Ten collide. The NASCAR Hoop Showdown. 6 Virginia takes on Bruce Thornton and Ohio State. Saturday at 8 Eastern on Fox Primetime Hoops.
No, I don't want to look. Erica, used car shopping doesn't have to be scary. I don't want to overpay.
Looks like Tanner Gray's gonna be the Tricon truck. I hope like last year we can have a season which more than one Tricon truck wins. Like not just the 11, but the 15, 17, and of course the 1 truck. The 5 truck, not so much.
Yeah, you're still
and of course, looks like it says that Carson Hocevar got the stage win. Why don't you show us that the photo finish, because it's hard to tell from the angle that they're showing at.
Every win. A protective coating engineered under extreme conditions, applied with precision, designed to last. For high-speed laps and for the people who keep America moving. Top Liner. Dealer opportunities nationwide. Inquire for your area at topliner.com. That rumble you hear, that growl you feel, that's us.
The Roseville Auto Mall is Northern California's ultimate destination when looking for your next vehicle.
So I was at Walmart today. Didn't find anything too special, but I was able to pick up this. Got another F1 car from Hot Wheels to add to my collection. This is the number 30 Visa Red Bull Cash App car. This is the 30 of, I think this is Liam Lawson. That's his name. It says here on the back that you can collect. If if you look closely, it says you can collect all 20 commemorative F1 cars from 2025. And then a few days prior, I got the 31 MoneyGram Haas team race car. This is the French F1 driver Esteban Ocon. I do have two others. The others are the McLaren. I do have the McLaren teammates of Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. And speaking of F1, I will be watching F1 again this year, just not on a full-time basis because of the time zones and all that. I was able to watch the finale last year from start to finish. And man, I could never be more happier for Lando Norris. It's nice to see a different champion for once.
Welcome back to Daytona. Under further review, NASCAR big stage win, but Carson hopes for. Look at how close that is.
Okay, so Carson, see, there you go. So it was Hocevar with the stage win. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Some stores in certain areas might be lagging on restocks.
Well, guys, Cletus McFarland brought out our first caution. He's now standing with the man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Jamie, yeah, he's been released from the care center here. And Cletus, I know we're going to take a look at a replay, but what sensation was the truck giving you?
Well, the sensation was incredible. You know, we were 3 wide, which was insane from the start. It was immediately 3 wide, which I wasn't expecting. And it was insane. I mean, I was having the time of my life, literally again. And I just did not check myself before I wrecked myself right there. Got loose coming out the floor. I was flying. And I put too much wheel in it because I was getting a little tight. And because we're freaking 3 wide on the second lap on, I think I only made it 7 laps. I was a little tight, and I was just trying not to hit the guy on the outside. Came off 4, flattened out. Truck sat down. I think I had too much wheel in it. And I just started getting loose. I went right towards the field. I'm like, damn, I'm out to wreck 30 race cars. And I overcorrected the left like an idiot. That's something Biff did not teach me right there. And I went left, put myself on a trajectory to slam into the wall, wrecked the truck. And now here I stand in the worst spot to do an interview in the entire Daytona Speedway.
On a little bit of a lighter note, I did talk to you at pre-race at Driver Intros, and you said that Carson Hocevar...
When I collect all 20 of these F1 Hot Wheels, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't know if I'm going to review them or not, but I intend to put them up somewhere. The fact that Hot Wheels is giving me an opportunity to get the entire F1 field from last season is crazy. I'm not sure about this year, especially with Cadillac coming into the sport, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I want to say thanks to Black Rock Coffee and Nice Motorsports and Bruntworth.
Oh, and speaking of open wheel, Roman Grosjean will return to IndyCar full time this year for Dale Coyne Racing. I am so happy to see Roman Grosjean back. I thought he was done. So, yeah, I can't wait to see what Grosjean does. Not sure, considering that he previously drove for Andretti and now he's driving for Dale Coyne, but who knows? He could prove me wrong. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
He drove for Rick Ware Racing's IndyCar team too.
In any way, in that way, but that's part of racing sometimes. But what a good way to end the stage here. Good for him to the stage and just a wild finish as we come to pit road. It'd be interesting to see what people do here. You know, we've talked about, is it 2 tires, is it 4 tires, is it possibly staying out? A lot of those trucks topped off on that first caution that the 10 laps took for this thing. So
and you only have to go 16 laps. So this stage with the cautions and everything winds up being really, really short.
And here they come. Most of them are heading your way, Josh.
Well, for Tanner Gray, he wanted a slight adjustment in that truck. His crew chief, Jeff Hensley, told him, no, we're doing a splash of fuel. That's it, and go. Reed?
Carson Hocevar in the 77 truck, super loose with the back of that truck from where he started the race. Compared it to having a flat tire, was that loose. And the 91 of Christian Atkins, very swirly in the middle of the pack. Fortunately, he was able to work his way forward. Out of the middle of the pack, you see 2 left sides for him.
Nice stop, McCarthy Hosevar. They're quick. You guys mentioned it. Look at 0 tires across the board. Fuel only. First round of official pit stops are in the books. There's Cletus having better times early on. Tony Stewart. Hey, Dana White is standing next to us. He will join us coming up for stage 2.
Put the work.
Mommy, I have to go potty.
Oh.
All right, so John Hunter Nemechek is the leader. So aside from collecting,
That's rough. At least with Safe Light, you can get that fixed any way you want. Any way you want.
aside from collecting NASCAR die-cast cars themselves, I also collect NASCAR haulers for teams. And a few months ago, I got a hauler for a team that I'm sure a lot of you weren't expecting. And it's none other than JJ Yaley's number 4 NY Racing hauler. And let me take the hauler out of its box. I haven't taken it out until now. Here's the artwork on the hauler. I absolutely love that. The graphics on this thing. In case you obviously may or could not tell, NY stands for New York, so therefore it's called New York Racing. Let's see. And as you can see, there's a picture of there's the team's logo. Then you got a picture of the 44 car. Does it say Yaley on it? It doesn't say JJ Yaley's name on it, but we all know who it is. The sponsor is a Rebel Youth, and if you look very closely right there, obviously New York is known for the subway, so they got a picture of a subway in the background, complete with graffiti, because I'm sure a lot of those subway cars get a lot of graffiti paint on them. And when they stop at stations, the stations have names. If you look right there, where my finger is, it says 44th Street, which is very fitting. Now, as far as the diecast is concerned, they are in fact making a JJ Yaley diecast from last year. I think it's a Syracuse University car. So I can't wait to get that car. I think it comes out in a few months. So I'm looking forward to seeing to getting it. I need to get it quick because they're gonna sell out like hotcakes. That's for sure. And I did say that I was going to showcase some more cars that I got since the last time I saw you. Of course, I got some more late models. So here's the first of those. It's a late model. This here is Caden Honeycutt's North Wilkesboro race-winning late model from 2024. The sponsor on it is Atlanta Paving and Concrete Construction. And the ones I mostly have are the Chevy Camaros, but this particular one uses the Chevrolet SS body on it. And it says Lee Boy on the hood. Not much confetti details on here, just here on the back windshield. The sponsor that's on the box is actually here on the side, right above where the contingency sponsors are. And as you can also see, considering it's North Wilkesboro, drivers are going to make contact with each other, so therefore they're going to get donut marks from the tires. So that's what you see here. This is the same Caden Honeycutt that races in the truck series, by the way. The team here in question is called Bryson Lopez Racing. Oh, you got a late model diecast today? Nice. Which one is it?
Any of the big brands are in NASCAR. They come in, they compete in, basically the same thing. If you think about the Ultimate Fighter, the first season of the Ultimate Fighter, Forrest Griffin was a police officer in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. Kevin Harvick's son Keelan, he has a diecast for a race win from this past year. And it's a holiday theme one, so I can't wait to get that. There's Mini Tyrell.
Here's my guy, Mini Tyrell. Love his name. What a great personality, by the way. And the whole story, how they are.
Oh, it's Dale Jr. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking.
It's a great story. Glad that Mini Tyrell is here racing in the Truck Series for the first time, Dana. It was a great series. You saw it on Fox and FS1. John Hunter Nemechek, little shift up front. Daniel Hemrick on the inside.
All right, stage number 2 is green. Jonathan Nemechek is your race leader. You're going to push from Taylor Gray. Oh, we got Nick Lights in the top 10 in the 5 truck? Hell yeah. Now, this next diecast, I did not get it from Circle B, but rather from a different website. And it's one of my favorites, and it was one that was definitely one to get. It's Burt Myers' number 50 Citrus Safe Cleaner Chevrolet Camaro. He ran this in last year's Busch or Cookout Clash qualifier race. Unfortunately, he wrecked out, but either way, it's a cool diecast nonetheless. A lot of people, including myself, wanted this particular one. Well, one, it's Burt Myers, and he's a modified veteran who has a lot of experience at Bowman Gray. And two, it's Team Amerivet. It's glad to see a lot of these smaller teams like Team Amerivet get the diecast treatment nowadays. The 50 car that he ran in the qualifier race of the Clash this year will be available later on this year in both scales. This car is unfortunately sold out on Circle B's website, but it's still available in 124 scale. Burt Myers is the brother of Chocolate Myers, who was a former crew member for Dale Earnhardt Sr., so he does have a connection in a way to the Earnhardts. I plan on doing a diecast review for Burt Myers down the line. By the way, speaking of diecast, I plan on doing an IndyCar diecast to mark my 400th diecast review. Lately, I just haven't had the chance to do it lately, but I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, when I get if I ever get the drive or the motivation to do it, then I will do it. So who else did I get? I got a box right here. Oh yeah, here's another. All right, there's Mini Tyrell. We'll pass Kitzmiller. Now, this diecast is out of all the paint schemes that Josh Berry has ran in his NASCAR career so far, this is another one of my favorites from last year. This is his Motorcraft Wood Brothers Racing Ford Mustang Darlington throwback. He was supposed to run this at Indianapolis last July, but they ran the PPG car instead. I forgot who he's throwing back to, but he's throwing back to a certain IndyCar driver. I can look it up.
From Virginia, and is now out here on the stage learning at a rapid pace and trying to figure all this out. He knows how to win. He knows what to do. It's just a different situation that he's trying to figure out.
Dana, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Great to get your perspective. We love seeing newbies. Congratulations on everything with the series. We look forward to seeing more.
Yeah, Josh Berry ran a lot of banger paint schemes last year.
We'll be back from Daytona.
Where is
Turn back time on your engine with Valvoline Restore Protect. The first of its kind
I found it.
that removes up to
It's a throwback to Jim Clark's 1965 Indy 500 winning car.
Hey, let's go for a drive.
And of course, as always, they have to change the number font to make it accurate to what the previous driver ran. The Jim Clark driver, I don't know him that, never heard of this driver as much, but either way, it's a cool car nonetheless. And also, as far as the box is concerned, I usually don't talk about the boxes as much, but the diecast box for this Josh Berry car looks pretty cool. If you look closely, it says 75. It says Wood Brothers 75 years. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Who else? Oh yes, do another Josh Berry one.
Only pay for what you need.
He starts to self-test. Feel like you feel good about it. I'm gonna need it. I'm training for life. For after school pickups to meal prep to a 12-hour night shift.
Here's another good one. You know, if someone were to tell me that Josh Berry's first Cup Series win was going to come on a 1.5 mile track, I would not have believed them. But that's exactly what happened last year at Las Vegas in the spring, and I have the car for that too. I am so happy that Josh Berry got to win for the Wood Brothers at Las Vegas of all places. That's something I definitely didn't see coming. It's one of my favorite race wins from all of last year. Look at all that celebratory, confetti on it.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance.
First time I got to see the Wood Brothers win on live TV and with the original Wood Brothers livery.
Turn back time with your engine with Valvoline Restore Protect motor oil. Right now, enter for your chance to win a trip to the FIFA World Cup 26 final with your next Valvoline oil change. Enter today at ValvolineWorldCup.com.
I was expecting his first win to come out of a track like Martinsville since he has experience there in the late models. And also he got his first Xfinity win there too. All right, the Front Row Motorsports teammates are at the front now. We got 5 to go in stage 2. Oh, there we go. Crash. It's Jake Garcia. Is that Tony Stewart? Looks like the 98 got clipped. Caution's out.
Yeah, he was just wrong place, wrong time right there as those trucks got loose and shot the racetrack right into the side of that 25.
His truck should be fine. Fuck. Hope that car's fixable.
I don't think so. I mean, even if it's probably fixable, but it's not going to be competitive. But let's see what happened right here.
It was Jake Garcia. His truck got loose. Yep, it was loose. Fuck. All my two of my picks wrecked already. Yeah, there's nothing Jake Garcia can do, so don't go bashing him for something that's out of his control. Yeah, Stuart Friesen got a piece of that too.
That part of the racetrack is just the truck gets light. There's no grip, and if your truck's doing
He turned 4, being called Calamity Corner, truly lives up to his name.
In the middle of the pack, so just really easy if you get yourself in the wrong position right there. And just in the middle in general, the truck is just going to be light on its feet. And just stepped out from right there.
Well, I hope the damage isn't as worse as people out. Come on, it can't be that bad, I don't think.
Like you said, Kevin, you probably fix some of it and get it to where it rolls and it's going to be okay. But the splitter's going to be messed up. There's a ton of right side damage.
It doesn't look like the.
So this caution will end the stage. It's the second caution tonight for incident. Hate to see that for Smoke. I haven't seen him in NASCAR as a
Excuse me.
driver in 10 years. He was loving every minute of it. So we're under caution here. The road will be open momentarily, but in the meantime, we will step aside. Hard impact.
I'm gonna turn on the lights in here eventually. It's starting to get dark. 5:40 here on the West Coast.
From the struggle to breathe, to getting stopped in your tracks. But with Trelegy, I can finally move forward. With 3 medicines in one inhaler, Trelegy keeps my
Now that Dale Jr. late model I showed you yesterday, that was a big seller from was the best-selling diecast from all of last year. Now here's the other one that's tied up there with it, and it's his, what do you call it? It's his Budweiser late model. It was so cool to see Dale Jr. run the paint scheme that made him famous at DEI. Man, I absolutely love this. I will never get ready to sell this for anything. And again, it's a beer sponsor on the car, so of course it's got to have the plastic stand on it. If you look on the bottom, the screws have glue on them, so therefore I can't remove it from its base. But that's okay. It doesn't need to be removed. Yeah, this one and that other one I showed you yesterday, those were the best-selling die-casts from all of last year. I forgot. I think you ran this at a track called Florence, I think. And I'm also glad that Dale Jr. was able to. I'm glad that Dale Jr. managed to get the rights or the trademark back for this specific number font. So, yeah. Oh, I mean, it's so good that I have to get the 124 car for this, 124 scale car for this. But that ain't cheap. And it's also fitting that the box too, that they gave a special box paint. Well, it's cool that they painted the box to match the car. It's not like a dull. Well, considering the circumstances of this car, of course it's gonna have a special commemorative box for it. Right. I'm gonna turn the light on in the living room because it's really dark.
Tuesday, March 3rd, Doc returns with an explosive all-new episode.
One mistake. Alright, you down. Coaches have to drop in. One class, my patient is a malpractice bonus, and we got wings there on the side.
There's only anything we can do.
Why hasn't covered up?
Doc returns.
Here we go.
March 3rd on Fox.
Tomorrow, the ACC
Out of all the oh wait, hold on. So stage 2 comes to an end, and it ends under yellow. Chandler Smith and Lane Riggs are going to be 1-2 in this second stage, with Chandler Smith getting the stage win. Ty Majeski will be third. Then it's Taylor Gray, Michael McDowell, Nick Lights, Christian Eckes, Corey LaJoy, Jonathan Nemechek, and Ben Rhodes will round out the top 10 for stage 2. Anyways, out of all the paint schemes that Denny Hamlin has ran in his 20-year career, this is arguably one of my favorites so far. It's up there with the FedEx scheme. This is my favorite Denny Hamlin's car from all of last year. It's his AM/PM car, and it's fitting on the fact that he ran this paint scheme in 2 races last year. My home track, Sonoma Raceway, which I was at and got to see on TV. And then he ran it in the second Las Vegas race last fall, which he won in. Man, that was one of my favorite Denny Hamlin wins. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it was one of my favorite wins last year, especially since it got him to the Final Four, and it was also his 60th career win in Cup. It's a shame how Phoenix went, but either way, it is what it is. So, so yeah, it's all good. Um, I do plan on getting his Las Vegas win car from last fall for this one. So yeah, this is another one of my favorites. Here's another late model. Oh wait, hold up. Excuse me. All right, stage 2 is complete. Chandler Smith, stage 2 winner. And now here's another late model regular whose diecast I got that isn't a Cup guy. It's Cade Brown. It's the number 23 Val Asta Pure Year Tank Lines Camaro from 2024. He's one of the drivers that competed for the Dodge Ram Colleague Racing truck seat, by the way. Oh no, this is just a regular car. This is not a race win car or anything. Looks pretty cool and all that. I think this is a family-owned team.
Well, you need to leave pit road with a completely full fuel tank because this next stage is 60 laps to go right now. So you're going to be, 56, and we know that there's 32, 34 laps somewhere right in there as far as how you can go. So I think you want to fill everything up right here to make sure that you're ready to play the game depending on how the cautions fall in this last stage. You can go a lot of different ways.
All right, next one. It's John Hunter Nemechek's number 42 Backstreet Boys Toyota Camry. He ran this in the Vegas spring race last year. I know a few Backstreet Boys songs, not all of them, but I was not expecting John Hunter Nemechek to have them on his car, and I'm glad that they made this car. Surprisingly, yep. See, if you look closely, you can see the Backstreet Boys on the hood. It's kind of hard to see, but they're there. There we go.
Emma, are you hiding? Used car shopping is terrifying. I could overpay.
I hope to get his Dollar Tree car. Same with Eric Jones because I don't think I have those ones yet. Oh wait, I do, but I got them from the NASCAR Authentics line.
One smart box. Always look for me and shop millions of great deals at Carfax.com.
Are you Russia?
I am. I am.
Thanks for meeting me here. I'm usually not an introvert dating guy. Barely ever use this phone computer. Unless it's about my insurance bill.
Oh, same. I hate this thing, but it's true. You can save hundreds bundling with Liberty.
Liberty?
Liberty? Liberty.
Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
And
some cream.
Only pay for
What's happening? Xfinity got me so immersed in Team USA.
now in last year's Daytona 500, Tricon Garage made their Cup Series debut as a team. And who was their driver? Martin Truex Jr. He did a one-off last year in last year's Daytona 500, and he was reunited with the number that he had while with Michael Waltrip Racing, that being the number 56. And of course with his his usual sponsor, Bass Pro Shop. It was so cool to see him back in the number 56. Again, after a little over a decade. Unfortunately, he blew an engine late in the race, but either way, it is what it is. Either way, I'm glad that he was able to do it. I don't, yeah, Martin Truex Jr. doesn't have any plans for this year, so it's safe to say that his Cup career is effectively over. But you know what? He had a great career for 20 plus years, so it is what it is. I'm really proud of what Martin Truex Jr. accomplished, and I wish his last season could have gone better because he almost won several races, but sometimes it really be like that. In the last race of 2024, he ran this special paint scheme for Phoenix. It's the Bass Pro Shop legacy car. This is a throwback to when he made his first Cup start 20 plus years ago, driving for DEI. As you can see, it's got those black lines on the side that you would normally see on Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car, and it's very fitting too. And it was cool that he got to win the pole in his last race in the 19. So, yeah. At least he finished the race in one piece. It's not like he had any issues, but yeah. All right. Pit stops are underway. Nick Lights wins the race off pit road. And another commemorative paint scheme Truex ran in 2024 was this one. This one is called the Bass Pro Shops Memory Lane car. It is a throwback to when he won his one and only championship with the now defunct Furniture Row Racing. This was the exact paint scheme he ran at Homestead the night he won his one and only championship. And needless to say, folks at Joe Gibbs Racing, they absolutely nailed the paint schemes for both of these cars. I almost missed out on these cars because they sold out or they temporarily went out of stock, and I thought it was done for, but thankfully miracles happened and they were able to restock them. When it comes to certain die casts, my advice is get them as soon as possible because once they sell out, you're pretty much out of luck. And for someone who's bought a lot of die casts on Circle B, I've had experience with that. All right. Let's check back in on the race. So Michael McDowell's led 13. Carson Hocevar's led 15 laps. Okay, Tony Stewart's not done yet. He's only 3 laps down.
You want to file free? Hit.
The ACC and Big Ten collide. Nashville Hoop Showdown. 6 Virginia takes on Blue Spartans and Ohio State. Saturday at 8 Eastern on Fox Primetime Hoops.
And now here's another Wood Brothers racing car that I'm so happy to have in my collection. And it's none other than Harrison Burton's 2024 Daytona Summer Race win car. This was arguably probably the biggest win for the Wood Brothers ever, because this was their 100th. It was their 100th win as a team, and man, that car looks amazing, especially with all the confetti on it. Man, Harrison Burton winning his first Cup race at Daytona was something I did not see coming, but I'm glad he did. The only thing that kind of hampered it a bit was that the playoffs were still around, and people knew damn well that considering how Harrison Burton's season went, people knew damn well, including Burton himself, knew that he wasn't worthy of a playoff spot. But either way, it is what it is, and I'm glad it ended the way it did. I wanted Kyle Busch to win that race, but regardless, I'm so happy that Harrison Burton got that win. I'm glad he was able to get a ride with AM Racing last year in the 25, and then for this year, Harrison Burton will be full-time in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, but with Sam Hunt racing in the 24. He'll be teammates with Dean Thompson. Now, I've been saying O'Reilly Auto Parts Series a lot because Xfinity did not renew their contract for this year for the secondary series, so therefore O'Reilly Auto Parts is taking over, so therefore it's now called the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. And it's starting to grow on me a bit. It will do that as the year goes on, but yeah, I don't mind the name. We've had Busch, Nationwide, Xfinity, now O'Reilly, and Grand National Series. For trucks, we've had Craftsman and Gander Outdoors, Gander RV and Outdoors, and I think that's pretty much it. And Camping World. We definitely can't forget Camping World, that's for sure. And then for Cup, they've had Monster Energy Cup Series, Nextel, Sprint, Winston Cup, you name it. Anyways, here we go. Stage 3 underway. Nick Lights will lead them off.
55 laps to go from Daytona.
Oh, Jesus. We also got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. up there.
You can just see the experience from the guys that know how to push and the guys that don't. And right now, Corey LaJoie, he's always been a really strong pusher, and you see him behind that 5 truck up on the outside lane.
Mm-hmm.
You see them open up that middle. When that middle's open like that, all it takes is somebody to step it down there in the center and break up all the momentum, everything that's going on there. So you always want to be careful of leaving that open.
Lights falls back. When you get hooked up again with the 75.
Here's host of our 3 wide up top. And my man just makes the moves. He's got a super fast truck, and when he goes, a lot of trucks go with him because they know he's going in front.
All right, Ty Majeski, our pole sitter, back to the front.
We heard those trucks talk earlier about some of the trucks that they wanted to connect with, and John Hunter Nemechek was one of those trucks because the experience in the field.
Yeah, Wood Brothers, they should have gotten their 100th win a long time ago, but as they say, better late than never. They almost did with Matt DiBenedetto, but I think it is what it is. Oh, man, Nick Lights is dropping back.
Something I want to point out here, when they got 2 wide and then 3 wide, the whole bottom lane right there, that's all the bottom trucks, they were just sitting there in the bottom lane.
All right, Ty Majeski is back in control of this race, or is in control of this race now. Oh,
Tony Stewart, after that incident, went back to the garage, and he has been checked and released from the infield care center.
fuck. Out of the garage.
Chandler Smith won that stage, now falling back.
I was hoping that truck would be drivable still. Well, there went one of my picks for tonight.
Carson Hocevar up there trying to make something happen. You see those trucks come down the racetrack trying to get a side draft. Slow that inside.
Here's Justin Haley.
Everything clean, guys. Third truck in line on the outside doing a really good job.
Fucking sucks that Tony Stewart has to be the lowest finishing Dodge driver. Ty Dillon will be in the 25 truck next weekend at Atlanta. Yeah, and speaking of Atlanta, since I last had you, Atlanta Motor Speedway changed their name to Echo Park Speedway. A lot of people are in the same boat as me. I'm not the biggest fan of the name change to Echo Park Speedway. I'm just used to the Atlanta Motor Speedway name. They should just call it Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta or at Atlanta. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that name change, and I don't blame people for not liking it.
The 88 truck has a lot of speed in it. We've seen him consistently be able to be up at the front of the racetrack. The way that he can pull that back around, I think Stenhouse probably wants to be patient until that outside lane starts to challenge, which looks like it might not be long. Every time someone goes 3 wide in the middle, though, that is hurting the field.
All right, we're 2 hours into the live stream, about a little over an hour into the race. So far, it hasn't been a bad night.
He walked over to the interview and just said it was just starting to get fun out there. And Tony, you were squeezed into the wall there by Jake Garcia. What was your experience with it?
We just didn't know what we were going to have balance-wise, and it felt a little free at the beginning. I just tried to keep sneaking up on it, and first change really didn't move the needle, so they tried wedge instead of track bar and air, and it's actually started responding to it. So we probably needed to make that same change again.
John Nemechek's leading the outside lane. That Hocevar, yeah, it is.
Needed at least one more adjustment like that, but it was starting to get fun where we can at least get up there and mix it up a little bit and get in the middle of that stuff. So not sure what happened underneath us.
Fuck, that sucks.
Comes across the nose, but it's just part of it.
I heard your crew chief said, "Do you maybe want to do this again sometime?" What was your answer to him?
Well, I don't know. I didn't think I was going to be here 10 years after I retired, so I think we have to learn to never say never. But yeah, it's a great opportunity. I mean, I'm so appreciative of Matt Pollock and Chris Rice, Ty Norris, everybody at Ram and Pollock Racing. They did an awesome job. And, Alex was doing a great job. TJ did a great job spotting. Just finally getting in a spot where I felt like I could start hustling and being in the mix there a little bit early on. It was just like, kind of hang on and knew we needed to take care of it till we got a shot to make pit stops. So probably needed one more good swing at it to really get to where we could go, but they're gaining on it. So at least they're building a notebook now. I mean, the rest of the guys are out there still digging, so they'll build a good notebook for when we come back next time.
See you soon, champ.
Yeah, thanks.
Never say never, Tony Stewart. Maybe we will see him back behind the wheel.
Well, we might. Never say never. Is Richmond on the schedule? If so, Tony Stewart can do Richmond since he has experience there. Also, one of his truck wins came from there. Anyways, John Nemechek took the lead for a bit, but Carson Hocevar is coming back. I don't think I've gotten that P42 yet. I can check. I think.
More laps than anybody, and he's hanging on to it. The fans are loving what they're seeing tonight under the lights.
Yeah, hold on a moment.
Okay, the plumber's fixing that burst pipe. Should be all set.
Good thing you're protected 24/7 when you're home in Iowa from Progressive.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to figure out the right caption to post about this.
Maybe something like, I have protection, just need a let go.
What about that emoji with the shocked face?
Or maybe flooded with emotion.
That's too much. Try Tuesdays are cray.
Technically, you don't have to post everything that happens online.
Life is meaningless without affirmation, am I right?
Bush Guy, cold and smooth survival skills.
Check.
If red touches yellow, it'll kill a fellow. But if blue touches white, it's flight. Head for the mountains.
Born on America's greatest racetracks, developed in the Top Liner lab, tested where it matters most, at every turn.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten that P42 yet, number 39.
Protective coating engineered under extreme conditions, applied with precision, designed to last. For high-speed laps and for the people who keep.
I don't think I've gotten 96 either.
Nationwide. Inquire for your area at topliner.com.
If the Colonel saw the price of a lunch today, he'd have some choice words. But with KFC's $5 bowls packed with all this crispy chicken, he wouldn't have any words at all, because his mouth would be filled with gravy and greatness. 5 KFC bowls for just $5 each.
You want to feel this? Take a truck, sprint down the tracks, and get ready for a fight. Timid? Stay home. Friday nights under the lights. Racing is pure.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten 39 or 96 yet. I'll be live tomorrow at like 11:30. Let me see.
The Daytona is absolutely packed. What a perfect night for a little fire. First race of the weekend. We welcome you back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series live from Daytona. Carson Hocevar just continues to command this lead.
I'm live tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Well, you've got, and when I was coming up through the Busch Series, I always wanted to race against the Cup guys because I felt like I learned so much, and I feel like it's the same thing here in the Truck Series. We saw these two Cup guys right here just basically just take control of getting themselves to the front and positioning themselves at the front by being aggressive. Now you see them blocking.
Yeah, 2 p.m. tomorrow.
But man, the guys that they're racing with that are regulars or rookies, whoever it is, learn a ton.
Yeah, and you see another Cup guy there, Michael McDowell. Remember, he just had that penalty when we went back green. He had driven all in back up to third and about found his teammate again. And we've seen this.
Michael McDowell's back up to third. I did acknowledge that Michael McDowell got a penalty on the last stop or so, but it happens. Not everyone's perfect. Oh, shit. Oh, something's wrong with the 77. That's not good. Everyone's trying to scatter. That's not good. That's going to cause a stack up. That's not good. You have a flat tire. Oh, around he goes. That's going to be a caution. Oh, wow. I think the tire went down. Caution's out for Carson Hocevar. Yeah, he might have a tire down. Yep, I knew it.
Well, don't count him out yet. It's the left rear tire, obviously.
They can that's fixable.
They're gonna put tires on it, and as fast as those trucks have been, don't count them out yet.
Also, keep in mind Carson Hocevar did win a truck race last year at Kansas.
All places for this to happen.
You see in the turn 3, he can tell something's off, and I think the others seen that too.
Yeah, it definitely was. Obviously, wasn't the engine blowing up.
You don't want to completely slip in front of everyone in red. But he's trying to just keep it in one piece here. What a great job by everybody. And by Hocevar.
I think it props to these heads up driving by the rest of the field, because that could have been the big one right there. That's for sure. I mean, he could have gone to the apron, but there was nothing much else he can do. It could have been a whole lot worse. Oh, yeah. He went so. Looks like Christian Eckes is going to be the race leader. No, I think Nemechek got the lead before the caution came out.
On board the Celsius
Damn.
camera.
the field got lucky. Oh man, he got lucky.
And let's give Justin Haley some credit right there. You heard him just
All right,
breathe down the gas. The biggest thing that you don't want to do when there's a scenario like that is just dump the gas, hit the brake pedal because you'll get run over from behind. So you're looking in the mirror, lifting out of the gas, trying to see what's catching you from behind to make sure you don't get run over. Looking to the right, trying to find some space. A lot to digest right there from Justin Haley. He did a great job.
Justin Haley, another round driver, is here back in the Truck Series full time.
So I'd say right from here, 41 to go. Sure, you're a little bit outside of your window. I'm coming down pit road though. You're only a couple caution laps away from making it. Top this thing off. Probably, maybe people put too on here, Kevin. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely coming to top it off.
Yeah, I mean, you have to come to pit road and get the tank full of fuel right now and then save. I think you got to bank on a few more cautions as we go towards the end of this race. That's typically the way that this race goes.
3 Mile Pit Road is open for the taking. Looks like everybody will follow your advice, Joey. They're coming your way, Amanda.
Brand Queen started this race 22nd all the way up into the 6th position. They just reminded him do not slide your tires as you come into this pit box. Brandon's been radioing back to the team that I feel like this truck is dancy out there. The crew chief was telling them, we know that we're getting you comfortable out there on this truck as we make adjustments. But Brandon radioed back and said, I'm just feeling more comfortable and learning a ton. Josh?
Michael McDowell, a little trouble getting out of his pit stall there, but he wanted possibly a track bar adjustment. Ultimately decided not to go with it and just go with fuel.
Check was a little bit tight early in the race. Good right now on that run in the 91 at Christian Nexus. Driving good. They just took fuel.
Drivers filling it up with Sunoco race fuel with zero carbon bioethanol. And you heard issues for Michael McDowell in his pit box. He walked in right there a little too close for comfort.
Opening day, just like we used to. I love being out there with Sam again, especially at the big game. It's why I wanted more for my symptomatic obstructive HCM.
All right,
so I
I'm
asked
back.
my cardiologist about Camzyos. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active. It's a difference I can feel, and he can see.
Camzyos is proven to reduce
All
obstruction in
right,
the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure.
So during the off season, Michael Nett suddenly passed away this past December. Rest in peace to him. One of my favorite Michael Nett paint schemes that he ever ran was this one. This is his number 1 Oreos dog to throwback that he ran several years ago. I absolutely love this paint scheme, and I absolutely love Oreos. I also have his Daytona win car too. Yep, this is one I'll never get rid of for anything. Anyways, I got some other. I got diecast from another small team. Let's see. Here we go. Out of all the paint schemes that Josh Bilicki has ran in his NASCAR career up until this point, this is arguably one of my favorites, especially since it has Circle B on the car. This is a throwback to when Circle B first appeared on a race car. It was the 2014 Fall Cup Series race for NASCAR at New Hampshire. Justin Allgaier was racing in Cup full time then for Harry Scott Motorsports. The paint scheme he ran was very identical to this one. And of course, to match the number font back then, they changed the number font here for the 92. And this was actually my very first diecast for DGM Racing. I have not played NASCAR 25 yet, but I plan on getting a new game console this year because I've been stuck with my Wii for 15 years already. Yeah, I need to get a new game console, if it's Xbox or PlayStation, because yeah, I'm overdue. Should have gotten one a long time ago, but better late than never, as they say. So yeah. And so yeah, I haven't played it yet, but I hope I get a chance to. It seems like a fully developed game. It's better than NASCAR Ignition. I heard a lot of people did not like that one because of the graphics, the the bugs that were in the game. I know a lot of people were not pleased about NASCAR Ignition, but NASCAR 25, I wouldn't definitely be looking forward to trying it or getting it for myself. So yeah. Anyways, for this Josh Bilicki car, getting it was perfectly timed because I did go to Sonoma last year for the Xfinity race. Um, oh, nice! I'm glad you had a good experience with the game. So yeah, yeah, I've seen a good handful of people playing the game, and it seems worthy of me buying it. So yeah. Anyways, for this Josh Bilicki car, it me when I got it, it was perfectly timed because I went to Sonoma last year for the Xfinity race, and I was so hoping that Josh Bilicki would be in that race so I could have this car signed. And lo and behold, Josh Bilicki was in fact entered into that race, and I got the box signed right here. He was driving the number 91 in the race, not the 92, but either way, it's still the same driver. I don't mind the black marker, but I like it when they sign in a color that isn't black. So yeah, he signed in a silver marker, which I like. So yeah, yeah, seeing these drivers in person is probably one of the best experiences you can ever get. It all I look, I've been going to NASCAR races since 2013, and all the drivers I've encountered, um, I, all of my interactions with the drivers have been really good ones. I've had not one single complaint, and let's keep it that way. Anyways, back to green. Look at the whole field. They're almost single file except for the front four. You don't see that every day. Okay, so I guess they try something different. And and I'm glad you paid attention to that detail. The silver marker um the silver marker work does in fact match the box. You are right. I'm glad you acknowledged that because I didn't notice it the first time. Oh, you haven't? That's unfortunate. Well, I hope you go to a NASCAR race one day and get to meet all the drivers, especially Brad Keselowski. So yeah. The only autographs for Cup guys I got last year were Alex Bowman and I think Chase Briscoe, I think. Let's see. Christopher Bell and Chris Buescher both have one thing in common when it comes to the road course races. They're the only two drivers within the last 2 years to defeat SVG on a road course. And I have two of them. This one being Chris Buescher's Build Submarines car. Whether if it's on the 6 or the 17, either way, I like it. All the Build Submarine paint scheme that I've seen up until this point. They've nailed each and every single one of them. So yeah. All right, we got Tanner Gray up in the front now. Right.
So he is definitely learning a lot. He's doing a great job. He's not putting himself in any bad spots. And if he gets towards the end of this race,
Yeah, I can say with full conviction that I really wanted SVG to win that race, especially since he was doing a part-time stint for colleague racing. But either way, I'm glad that Chris Buescher won. I like both of them. I have to give props to Chris Buescher for like moving him out of the way and not dumping him. Yeah, if he could, Chris Buescher can win races like that without dumping someone, putting them in the wall. I respect them for that. And the thing is, he hasn't won ever since a race ever since, unfortunately. But I'm really looking forward to seeing Chris Buescher get back to victory lane this year. Yep, we got 34 laps to go. We're on lap number 67, literally. And just like that, my top pick for this race, Justin Haley, is in the lead.
you see that bed flap right there stuck straight up in the air.
The bed flap for Justin Haley's truck is stuck up in the air. And just like that, Dodge is leading its first laps in its return to NASCAR. Gotta love it.
It's really unique with these trucks because there's like a in between those down bars in the back where that flap is stuck straight up in the air. It's almost a low pressure zone. Almost
That's where the trucks are wiggling around. Now, it's not every day that Lino Racing makes a Riley Herbst diecast. I mean, I got that 98 124 diecast I got a few years ago. But this past year, Herbst drove for 2311 full time in the 35, and they managed to make one of those cars that he ran, his number 35 Sunny D Toyota Camry. Because of licensing issues, you won't see a Monster Energy Riley Herbst diecast, unfortunately. If he was racing in NASCAR like 15 years ago, yeah, but not in this day and age anymore. But regardless, I'm very grateful that Lionel Racing made this specific Riley Herbst car, so I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get it. You see on the quarter panel that black area there, that's where the Monster Energy logo would be at. Yeah, even if it had the Monster Energy logo on there, that car would be on most likely be on a plastic base. So yeah, it is what it is. I ain't. It is what it is. Let's see. Now, IndyCar driver Elio Castroneves, he has wanted to race in NASCAR. He has wanted to race in NASCAR for a long time, but however, though, the circumstances needed to be right for him, and he needed to be in somewhat of a competitive car. Oh crap! That end finger's got a flat tire. Hold on a moment. Crap. That's not good. You have to get to the apron. Well, dang, another tire issue. Travis Pastrana is running 23rd. Not a bad night for him. Fuck, that sucks for Stewart and Cletus. Jake Garcia, Daniel Hemrick, they're multiple laps down. Hocevar is a lap down. Enfinger's 31st now. Yeah, he's going to be a lap. Mini Tyrell's 25th now. And yep, the carcass rolled way to the inside of the track. Yeah, there's no way they're going to bring out caution for that. Damn, Corey LaJoy got a big time push from Christian Eckes. Brendan Queen running 10th. Thank you, Fox, for going side by side for once. You didn't do that not even once last night in the duels, and now you want to do it? Man, like I said, if I was running Fox Sports, I'll be running it in a way where, oh shit, damn, that was close. Finally, looks like you heard our complaints from last night. So, yeah. Anyways, finally, you go side by side.
To a 12-hour night shift. I don't have time to get ready. I've got skating. Don't control starts with a Celsius. First it's cardio, then it's a race against the
Up Jason Kitzmiller slow on the back stretch. That's Grant Enfinger's teammate at CR7 Motorsports. When Grant Enfinger won at Talladega in 2024, on the entry list, Grant Enfinger manufacturer was labeled as being an Oldsmobile, not a Chevrolet Silverado. It's crap. What's up with all these tire problems? Lane Riggs has one now. Yeah, he ain't gonna get to pit road. How are we still under green? Man, this is getting nuts now. There's something on the track. There's debris on the track that they're not changing. Yeah, this is why side-by-side commercials are important, so that way we can see things like this. Ugh.
But killers often hide in plain sight. See, Joseph once ripped a man's heart out on live TV. His pulse never got above 85. So if you ever do meet Joseph in your garden, pray to God.
That's a bad spot, but I'm lucky that he didn't spin. Now, if he self spins, fans might accuse him of trying to manipulate a race, and he can get penalized for intentionally causing a caution. Yeah, it's not a good look for for anyone to. It's never good. Oh, good. Lane Riggs made to pit road. It's not a good look for any driver when they self spin or intentionally cause a yellow. Yeah, that left front's flat. Then Grant Enfinger, Kitzmiller, Hocevar, and now Lane Riggs. Gee, who's next? The leader? Oops, didn't mean to jinx. Ooh. Oh, I think that's where he cut his tire. That was Jason White. Yep, he made contact with Tyler Ankrum. I wish Tyler Ankram's car number on the side was blue still instead of white. Oh, well, I'm not going to complain about that. Yep. The field got lucky again.
Yeah, and that's worst case scenario for those teammates because for Lane Riggs, obviously he has the damage and everything happening. Now Chandler Smith has to come up with a new plan because his security blanket,
Coming to 24 laps. 24 laps to go. 23 now.
Well, we've made so much about Ram being back in the Truck Series. I think it's a pretty big deal that they're out there leading this race right now with everything that's happening as you see these trucks going 3 wide here, a little deeper in the back. But Ram being at the front of this pack is
Considering Atlanta Motor Speedway is now a drafting track, there is no doubt in my mind that Justin Haley's going to be a race-winning contender next week. Kind of sucks that the 16 of Haley's not doing a Biffle font, a tribute Biffle number font on his truck, but oh well, it is what it is. I'm not tripping over it.
He had won at Daytona, so when he got let go, he really had to think about what he wanted to do. He said he had several offers, but remembered the success he had with college. It was a no-brainer for him to come over to Ram, to work with college again, and come back here to win races. And right now, he's leading the field with 22 to go and feeling really good about his truck, guys.
Yeah, Josh, great update. Great. I mean, coming back to the Truck Series, you got to swallow your pride a little bit, John. I mean,
With 21 to go, 20 next time around.
And I believe this is a little bit different, right?
Oh, trouble. Carson Hocevar again. We're going to bring out another left. It's another left for flat. Caution.
Because they were all really nervous of saving fuel, of being able to make it to the end. This caution's going to help them a lot, and it's going to bring the intensity of the race a lot, where everybody was just happy.
Another yep.
Get to the end, different. But yeah,
Go to man.
What's going on with these flat tires right now? Is something running?
I wasn't expecting tire issues to be a thing tonight. That was going to be a fuel, big one, drafting, you name it.
Saved right there. Who am I and what place am I in? Right, and I think those are the questions you have to ask. If you're Ricky Stenhouse Jr., you're 17th, you have nothing to lose, might as well top it off, right? You're not racing for points. If I'm in the top 5, knowing your full
man, I absolutely love Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s paint scheme. It's amazing how up until tonight that he hasn't made a truck start in years past, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, I think there's either, you see it again, left rear tires already flat. That's at least 2 for him. And we've seen several other trucks have a ton of flat tires tonight. So this is definitely an odd scenario with all the tire trouble that we have seen.
Hocevar is having a wild ride tonight, going from the back to the front twice. Then he cut the tire. That's why he was so far in the field again.
And he hasn't hit anything yet. That's a lot, Mark. He hasn't hit nothing.
Wasn't he the first truck one lap down?
And now, another lap rear was kind of hot.
He's lucky he didn't overcorrect into the outside wall. That doesn't end well.
Great job.
Yeah, great job. Great way to take it.
Well, as you watch that replay, you can see those front tires start to lock up and unlock and lock back up, and that's really him trying to control that truck of not trying to let it go back up the racetrack or down the racetrack, and just great job driving right there by Hocevar.
Here's the tire debris. Well, at least the AMR safety team and NASCAR officials get an opportunity to clean up all this debris for. All right, let's see what.
I should have asked that question differently. I should have said, what would Paul do?
All right, Justin Haley's going to come in. Nope.
Paul looked Joey Logano's critique on Sunday. So a lot of them stayed out. So a lot of them feel pretty confident that they're going to make it. Now, the only thing I think about is green light checker, right? A little bit of.
All right, here come some drivers led by Christian Eckes, Tyler Ankrum, Corey LaJoy. All right.
Stay out. We'll be back to Daytona.
All right. 19 laps to go. I'm doing good. We are good. So, anyways, what I was saying earlier is that Elio Castroneves, he's been in IndyCar for a long time, won 4 Indy 500s. He had wanted to race in NASCAR for years, but when it came to finding the right team to drive for, it just couldn't gel together. Well, that was until last year when he signed on to drive Trackhouse Racing and their Project 91 team. And and as controversial as it was to some, I'm glad that he was able to sign the open car provisional, whatever you want to call it, so that way he could be locked into the 500 without having to qualify in on speed or race in via the duels. And unfortunately, his Daytona 500 ended early after he wrecked out after the beginning of stage one. But either way, I'm glad he got to experience NASCAR, even though his time on track was short lived. And man, he couldn't have found a better team to drive for than Trackhouse and Project 91. And the car looks good, especially with Wendy's on the car. I'm gonna say this right now. When all the Wendy's paint schemes that I've seen up until this point, I've not I have liked every single one of them. I mean, how can you not like the Wendy's car? Whether they've mostly appeared on the Trackhouse Racing cars, and they also did at Collie when SVG drove for them full time. But man, they did not disappoint. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but the 91 has a reflective outline to it. So yeah. This car is surprisingly still available on Circle B despite its popularity. You think it would sell out, but that's not the case with this one. Oh yeah. Of course he's a rookie, so unfortunately he doesn't have the rookie stripes on it. Another thing that I'm bugged about is the fact that NASCAR doesn't let the rookies have rookie stripes on their cars or trucks anymore. But you know what? I'm not gonna dive into that too much or dwell on it. So yeah. Okay. So Wendy's is your favorite fast food place? Awesome. For me, I've eaten Wendy's, just not. I just don't go there a lot nowadays. But I have nothing against Wendy's though. So. I do have SVG's Wendy's car from when he was with Colleague Racing from 2024. It's a NASCAR Authentics one. I need to get his Saucy Nuggets car that he ran at the Chicago Street Course 2 years ago. So yeah. And also he has another Wendy's car available on Circle B, but it's a different look on it for Cup. Hello, Muna Gameplays. Welcome to the live stream. Speaking of rookies, you know how in the Indy 500, one driver gets crowned Indy 500 Rookie of the Year. For last year, if there was an if there was a Daytona 500 Rookie of the Year award, it would have definitely gone to Elio Castroneves, despite even if he wrecks out. I need to acknowledge too that the rookie field for the Truck Series this year is definitely stacked. They got Brendan Queen. Let's see, Cole Butcher. Um, Chris Wright, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Minnie Tyrell. And I think that's it, pretty much. So it's a special race. Yeah, Justin Haley already has a full season of trucks in, so he's basically a veteran at this point, so he doesn't need the rookie stripes. So yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying about Project 91. They haven't made a NASCAR race ever since last year's Daytona 500, but I am really looking forward to seeing them return in the future. I don't care who they pick, but I hope they can choose For all I know, they could choose another open driver. Or another open wheel driver in their next race. Travis Pastrana's had a quiet night tonight. Now, the last 2 years, Kyle Larson has attempted the double, and unfortunately, in all of them, he hasn't gone the full distance in all of them except for his first attempt. 2 years ago, he ran this special paint scheme, which was intended for him to be in the Coke 600 2024, but because of circumstances out of his control, he wasn't able to run the race. So yeah, that kind of sucked. But I'm glad he got to run this paint scheme again in the 2024 Brickyard 400 and win in it too. So that's what he was able to do with this one. And I mean, I like the classic HendrickCars.com scheme that he's currently running, but I like this one a lot better in a way. I wish it was his primary scheme, but it is what it is. A lot of people weren't happy with how he won it because he won under caution, and because of the running order got a little jacked up because Keselowski was supposed to be the leader before Larson, but Keselowski ran out of gas on, I think it was the next to last restart, and Larson was able to take advantage of Keselowski's misfortunes, unfortunately, and Larson ended up getting the top spot. I think Blaney was supposed to be the control car for that race, but then the rest is history. But I don't want to dwell on it. If the race had gone green to the end, Keselowski would have undoubtedly won that Brickyard 400 2 years ago. And then, of course, we get to last year's Brickyard 400 where Larson ran the same scheme. So, yeah, Larson ran that same paint scheme in the Brickyard 400 last year, but finished second to Bubba Wallace. Yeah, I was so happy Bubba Wallace won last year's Brickyard 400. It was 23XI's first and only win last year, but it is what it is. And honestly, I don't care what the haters say. They can say what they want, but I ain't tripping. I'm still going to get that race win car of his, so yeah. Anyways, Tanner Gray leading this pack. Yeah, sometimes you're. I don't want to get. Oh, you'll be back. All right. Oh, watch out, Cole Butcher. Oh yeah, Cole Butcher is also a rookie.
Well, the interesting thing right now is there's 4 Toyotas on that bottom lane, so they definitely, if they can keep that thing formed and stay in line like they are right now, they'll have.
Yeah, Cole Butcher and Stuart Friesen are the only 2 full-time Canadian drivers in this field.
That area is just, it's a slick spot.
The Calamity Corner, I think we called it an arco before coming off the 4. Ooh, big switch by 88 to Tony Majeski. Oh my gosh, 77.
Oh, there it goes. Contact, and around he goes. Are they going to keep it green? Man. Damn. Hocevar got lucky. Holy crap. It's unreal. Where is he at? He's 3 laps in now. He's out of contention now. 12 to go. Oh.
Yeah, well, and I think sometimes, I know you want to be up there in the middle of racing, and at some point there has to be a little bit of thought process that has to go in being 3 laps down.
Yeah,
Like that. So
for anyone who's in the stream, the leaderboard is actually ahead of me. So it's like when a caution comes out, it will display at the top left of the screen. Then the caution that's happening will actually show up on the TV screen.
We could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
Oh wow, it's getting stacked now.
That's right, Mom and Dad. My new boyfriend rides a motorcycle.
Oh, it's just a cruiser from whining on the weekends. Protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurance.
How responsible.
Very sensible.
And he has a tattoo.
Temporary for my niece. She insisted.
Oh, cute. Well, guess what, Mom? I chopped my hair off. Wow, I stand corrected. It's lovely. No, it's not.
Super cute.
Very in right now.
It's my rough and double window.
Chef Lena is taking the Tide Boosted test.
Oh, yeah, I need it.
Try Tide. It's boosted. The other stuff can't match Tide's boosted clean. Test passed.
Smells like cleaning.
It's cleaner, whiter, brighter, and fresher. It's got to be Tide.
Who's there?
And NASCAR
Christian Eck is taking the lead. Christian Eck is also a former winner at Atlanta, so he's going to be a threat to win there too.
Championship format. No one is safe from chaos. Really? That's what it's on the wrong road to Miami.
Even here.
2026 is anyone's game.
It's time.
Auto Award was born with his foot on the gas. He wants not slow. They didn't get along. You could put him behind any wheel. He wouldn't just have fans. He'd have groupies. Fortunately for the people of Concord Acres, Otto chose to drive for the key. You want to catch Otto Award?
Oh,
so that's his mission. You want fearless? Take a truck, sprint down the track, and get ready for a fight.
8 laps to go at Daytona, guys. Business has picked up. It is go time.
Yeah, and I don't know how we haven't wrecked right now already, but they have made some aggressive moves and got away with them. So
Nothing's really organized.
It was a minute ago, and now it's far from it. There's been a couple, big saves, and it caused some big stacks, and everyone all get on top of each other, and now we've got a 3-wide race again.
Guys, Michael McDowell back up front where he started this race on the front row.
Well,
Got mired in the back for a bit.
outside pulsing.
yeah, we saw what's going to be a questionable call with that yellow line is Michael McDowell went by John Hunter Nemechek. I think Nemechek squeezed him down right there and forced him along the yellow line, but either way, he has made his way back towards the front of this pack.
We're getting organized, Joey.
Come on, Tanner. Oh shit. Oh Jesus, that's not good.
These trucks and the way that they're pushing and shoving, they're just getting these
Tanner Grays with Taylor. Oh yeah, I feel so stupid. The Gray brothers are running nose to nose right now. Of course, Taylor Gray's going to help his brother.
Well, that's what started all this, Miss. I thought the Toyotas were in a really good position, and then they broke themselves up trying to make a pass for the lead.
This is what you were talking about, Kevin, with McDowell. Left side below the double yellow.
Yeah, that's a forced down scenario to me, and I just kind of like that roll for this me. It seemed like I was just trying to keep things straight too a little bit out there.
Here comes Christian Eckes. Standout performer in the Truck Series 2.
Oh, so Daniel Hemrick had a missing spoiler bracket. No wonder why he lost so many. If Michael McDowell wins tonight, he will now have won in all 3 of NASCAR's National Touring Series. because he's won in Cup. He won an Xfinity race at Road America 10 years ago, and he would win in trucks tonight if he can pull it off.
The heart rate is ramped up. You're thinking about everything you can. You know.
Nemechek's won in trucks before. Obviously, he drove for KBM Cobblish Motorsports for several years. So of course he.
Unfortunate. You expect that guy, no truck, to be up front, but it hasn't been his night.
This view right here down the back straightaway head on with these trucks just makes me want to close my eyes every time. The trucks moving all over the place.
Are you going to bed, Jay? All right, man. Thanks for stopping by my stream. I'll see you next time. Oh, here we go. We got trucks wrecking. It's Taylor Gray and Dawson Sutton. Caution is out. And who is that? Is that Spencer Boyd? Okay. Oh shit. Wow, that could have been big.
Let's just be real. I can't believe they ran as long as they did without wrecking. There's so many.
Well, it could have been the big one, that's for sure.
And we're gonna get it.
Oh yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Yeah, I think Dawson Sutton can get that truck fixed. Well, looks like we're gonna go into overtime now.
Relatively clean, and you know we've seen some things happen, but the racing overall has been phenomenal. Well, we got to remember, you know, as we look on the board of the guys who didn't come to pit road and did come to pit road, and we were talking about that possibility of a green white checkered, and we're gonna be extended on the lap count.
It depends on how quick they clean this up. They didn't hit nothing, so I assume they're gonna probably open pit road. Well, the pace car hasn't picked them up. It look like so that they can't open pit road yet.
We're gonna have to do that.
So it's gonna be a little lap. And they're saving a ton of gas at this moment right now, so it should be close. Regan, you got an update on fuel?
Yeah, Joey, just to try and make a little bit of sense here, basically on the last caution, every crew chief I checked with was one lap to the good at that moment, roughly. So it's going to be really tight depending on what they do happen to get for green, white checkers and things like that.
So if most of them are one lap to the good.
Yeah, I think we're going to overtime for this one.
2.5 laps to 1 compared to.
Yes, this race is on TV. It's on Fox Sports 1 for those who are tuning in. Not Fox Sports, Fox Sports 1 or FS1.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really going to come down to how many green white checkers do we have at this point, because this is when it gets wild and they really start taking chances with the pushing and shoving. So it's going to be tight for a few of them.
Let's take a look at what brought out this last caution.
The one just kind of spins out off the nose of the 18 truck. They're kind of really close to each other through the middle of the corner.
And it doesn't take much. If you're just off center a little bit, and you see the 88 truck is to the left side of that one truck and just grazes the bumper. And when you go across the bumper like that, sometimes it just grabs them and spins them out like it did in this situation.
Taylor Gray has his white gloves on. I love when you guys wear white gloves. It's so easy to watch how hard you're working in there.
Yeah, and turn 4. it's every wreck so far tonight has been turn 4.
Another look at it here.
Yeah, and you see Dawson Sutton on the bottom of the racetrack right there. Kind of like Tony Stewart's wreck. Just wrong place, wrong time. Didn't do anything wrong.
Thanks for all those trucks. I mean, yes.
Speaking of Dawson Sutton, not only does he drive for Rackley War Racing in the Truck Series.
See the 14 truck of Mini Tyrell right there? Yeah, he hit that right side pretty hard. And these trucks aren't like the Cup cars and Xfinity cars.
You can see the tire go down on Dawson Sutton's truck. Oh, it looks like Mini Tyrell. How did Travis Pastrana get into it? Oh, well, I'm not gonna question how.
He's still gonna complete it.
not only does Dawson Sutton. Wait, hold up.
Still hurts to watch. Yeah, you can see the whole seat move right there.
Carson Hocevar wins stage 1. He was on a roll. Tony Stewart, the 25 truck.
Wrong place, wrong time right there. So much enthusiasm with Tony making his comeback.
Chandler Smith picks up stage number 2. There's some tire issues. Couple going down.
Also, Kitzmiller did spin. Amazing that wasn't a caution. Anyways, yeah, Taylor Gray got help from Majeski. It's like, Majeski, I love you, man, but that could, well, not everyone's perfect. It happens, so I'm not gonna complain too much. Anyways, not only does Dawson Sutton, not only does he race for Rackley Ward in the trucks full time, but he's also races for them in the late models. Ross Chastain drives for Rackley Ward in late models too, so they made a diecast for Dawson Sutton from 2024 using the Chevy SS body. It's hard to get the focus on here.
And we will just keep on re-racking them and trying again, as long as they don't take that white flag.
There we go. Yeah, nothing too special about this paint scheme. It's pretty simple. Rackley Roofing, that's the paint, that's the sponsor on his truck.
Oh, yeah, so there's a good chance it might happen all the way down the back straightaway. And then, you know, what are you willing to risk to win the race?
It's Daytona.
And is NASCAR going to make the call or not? Right? And unfortunately, competitors are going to put them in the box. NASCAR is essentially body to decide on how they're going to let this play out. What I do know is that they're all
Another big surprise comeback we saw last year was when Casey Kane made his return to NASCAR last year at Rockingham for the Xfinity race last year. I'm so glad that NASCAR brought Rockingham back to the NASCAR schedule for trucks in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
I like that.
Casey Kane, he got to drive the number 33 for RCR Racing with HendrickCars.com sponsorship. Unfortunately, he got caught in a wreck early out of his control. But you know what? Regardless, it was really cool to see Casey Kane back in NASCAR, let alone the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. So yeah, I seriously hope he gets an opportunity at Colleague Racing's truck program, because he's driven for Dodge before. He might as well do it again. Watch him do it at Rockingham. That would be dope.
They're probably going to work together somewhat, right?
So yeah, I hope Casey Kane. Yeah, his career. I think his career is far from over.
He's the only Ram, let's see, in the top 20.
And McDowell is the only Chevy as well in the top 5. So right now, doing odds, you're going with the two that are going to actually have a chance to stick it together. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But those two Toyotas up top have the upper hand right now.
And a lot of times things happen so fast with these trucks, with the runs that they get. Sometimes you just have to take what you get and hope that it works out.
All right, can Michael McDowell finish this thing off?
All right, time for NASCAR overtime in the 2026 Craftsman Truck Series opener at Daytona. Fresh from Florida 250. Who's going to get the win? Here we go. Back to green. Michael McDowell leads them off with Caden Honeycutt to his outside. Honeycutt's going to get help because he has his teammate Gio Ruggiero behind him. Oh boy, here we go.
When you see the 16 truck break off the back bumper of that 7, you see a little bit of better brakes. Now they're going to get 3 wide. That inside lane is completely broken up.
Oh boy. Be huge if Caden Honeycutt wins tonight. Here comes Nemechek on the bottom. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! There goes McDowell. Yep, that's the end of his race. Well, Spire Motorsports just imploded. White flag, 1 lap to go. Here we go. Oh boy. John Nemechek, is that Eckes he's being pushed by?
Everything that the leaders didn't want to happen happened. They got separated.
Oh shit.
But that front pack is a lot smaller than what it was. So there comes the run.
Oh shit. Oh, there goes Gio Ruggiero. Here comes Nemechek. Well, Caden Honeycutt's in trouble. Here comes Ricky Stenhouse. Man, everyone's getting huge runs. How? Oh boy. Here they come to. Nemechek's gonna have to block really hard. Oh. Here they come to the line. Oh, wow, 4 wide at the line. I think Chandler Smith got the win. Whoa. No way.
And after missing qualifying for the Daytona 500 last night, this would be a massive win for Chandler Smith. When
38, Chandler Smith is your winner.
Wow.
Unbelievable. You said it. What a turn of events for him last night. Heartbreaker. The next day, that's racing for you, isn't it? It's an up and down roller coaster.
Man.
Great win for Front Row Motorsports.
Damn, Caden Honeycutt was screwed the moment Gio Ruggiero got knocked out of line.
And I did not see that coming. I really thought that John Hunter Nemechek and those guys had that race under control. And they got the banging doors right there and knocked so much momentum out that bottom lane just opened right up, and Chandler Smith came right through.
They said that was the fastest fish in Daytona.
Yep, it sure was.
He was 6th place entering turn 3. He might have been 6th place cut off in turn 4.
Man, this is not the first time the 38s won at Daytona. They won here with Zane Smith. I mean, I was hoping for a first-time winner, but it is what it is. Brendan Queen is the highest finishing Dodge colleague racing driver tonight. And he's the highest finishing rookie, too. Wow. Frankie Muniz, 16th. Travis Pastrana, 15th. Wow. Man, I feel so bad for Michael McDowell. Man.
And it really started off in turn 4 when Michael McDowell tried to make that aggressive move and wound up sideways. It kind of broke that pack up as we came to the white flag.
Wow, what a way to start off the Truck Series. So let's see this finish.
Let's see how it all shook down.
Wow.
Look at that green truck. That's Chandler Smith.
And Ty Majeski puts him in a
Oh, yeah, man.
has some contact with John Hunter right there, but
Yeah, that was a block gone wrong.
And right here, you wouldn't think that Chandler Smith is going to win the race, but a little more contact with the 17 and the 91.
At least we had a clean, but hey, on the bright side, at least they had a clean finish without them wrecking. Damn, Nemechek, man, you just left the bottom open. Well, for those who are saying that he was a horrible father, well, I guess he beat those allegations, that's for sure. Wow. What a race. GG. On to tomorrow now. Wow.
That's what it's all about. great way to kick off the season. Reagan, I see you down there with a big smile on your face. Let's hear from our winner.
Well, Chandler Smith out of the truck, celebrating with your team in what was an absolutely wild finish here at Daytona. Turn 4 to the start finish line. You're 4 wide. How did you find your way to the front there?
First off, I want to shout out all glory to God. Without him, this race team, none of this would be possible. And I am super, super grateful that I've served such a loving God that blessed me with such a good group of men and women around me at Front Row Motorsports. Ty Majeski, debatably one of my best Ford teammates I've ever worked with. He is all credit to how we just won that race. Truthfully, he stayed committed to it forward and pushed the Blue Oval to a win. So have some people back there that are struggling a little bit. Rory Smith, buddy. I know that we talked about, maybe making it to the Daytona 500, but hopefully this does a little better justice for you. So just really happy we got Trophy Catch on here. This was the first ever NASCAR race, and I was debating on if they were going to do more. So hopefully those guys, I know they're just raising Cain up at the stands right now. They're having a great time. Just super, super grateful for everybody on this number 38 Ford F-150 group. We made some changes on the off-season. I felt like last year, everybody for the most part knows how this 38 group came together last year, but we built on it and made this group so much better for this year, and I'm so excited for 2026.
Take me back to the start-finish line as you're coming up 4 wide there, and the bottom opens up. What is going through your mind when that happens and you can see the checkered flag?
I was surprised the 62 didn't block it. I was just, the C's literally just parted, and the 88 stayed committed to me, and like I said, thank you, Ty Majeski. Definitely got to owe you one on that one.
Chandler Smith, your winner in Daytona.
Avery, the runner-up is Gio Ruggiero, and you've been pretty quiet over here, but you said Daytona, it is what it is. When you look back at that finish, I know you just saw a replay. How tight was it there for you?
Yeah, it was tight there at the end of the race. Everybody's just trying to do whatever it takes to win, and that's what I did for myself and my team. So probably would have pushed John Hunter to the win there, but, he almost wrecked me twice. So I think overall as a group, we need to do better as Toyotas. I thought me and Tanner and Taylor worked together really well, but everybody else just seemed like they were out there on their own. So I definitely think we learned some things going into the next Super Speedway.
Josh?
Over here with John Hunter, Nemechek, and John Hunter have to settle for a 5th place finish after controlling the race over that final lap.
Wow.
Walk me through what happened there.
What a night.
I haven't seen the full replay yet, but
oh, wow. Well, there were allegations last year in April, May that Chandler Smith was supposedly a bad father or husband or whatever to his wife and kid. Well, I sometimes ponder that. Well, it's nice to see him silence those people sending him those allegations by winning tonight. Yep, the seas just parted for him, basically. Wow. Yeah, I'm surprised Nemechek didn't block it, but it is what it is. But hey, both Hallmark Friesen trucks finished in the top 10. Brendan Queen is the highest finishing rookie and Dodge in the field. So, yeah. So, yeah. It's quite something. Yeah, the Toyotas definitely need to work together. Need to do a little bit better. Yep, that was a bad block. And Kate Honeycutt got. I'm surprised they didn't. Honeycutt and Ruggiero didn't go to the bottom.
He had control. He got a little bit of a gap, and they were able to stay right with him, and even though they got side by side.
I thought, in the middle of 3 and 4, once the move was made to not push each other and try to get up to John Hunter, okay, we might be.
Also, it's very rare nowadays for the pole sitter to actually finish the Daytona truck race, but that's exactly what happened. And Christian Eckes is the highest finishing Bill McAnally truck tonight. Nice job. So let's take a look at the results. Chandler Smith wins the race. Gio Ruggiero second. Dang, 2 years in a row, Gio Ruggiero finishes second at Daytona. Christian Eckes third. Majeski fourth. Jonathan Nemechek fifth. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. sixth. Mind you, these guys are Cup guys, so I'm sure some people were probably satisfied with the Cup guy losing. I don't want them to get wrecked or get hurt, but you get the point. I already said my piece about Brendan Queen. Caden Honeycutt finishes 8th. Not a bad start for him. He almost had it won. Tyler Ankrum 9th, Stuart Friesen 10th. Nick Lights finishes 11th in his first truck race with Tricon Garage. Pastrana 15th. Clay Greenfield finishes 18th. Minnie Tyrell 19th. Man, what the hell happened to Justin Haley, man? He was my top pick for tonight. Oh well, not all my picks are perfect. That sucks for Tanner Gray. He was actually in contention for once. And Michael McDowell and Hosmer, they got fucked real quick. So, yeah. And here's the rest of the field. Man, that's a shame what happened to LaJoy, host of our Stewart, Cletus. Man, some good handful of my picks wrecked out tonight. But oh well, I'm not perfect. So, yeah. Overall, this wasn't a bad way to start the truck season. It wasn't a caution fest where people were killing each other every 5 to 10 laps. Drivers were actually making moves on the last lap, which I do appreciate because sometimes they don't want to make any moves, but they sure did. Overall, I'm at peace with it. Race could be it is what it is, so I'm not going to complain too much. I'll give this race a 8 out of 10. Not entirely perfect, but it is what it is. And with NASCAR overtime, I prefer that they just end the race under caution. If it's a driver that I didn't want to win, then it is what it is, but I ain't tripping over that. Anyways, with that said, thank you all for watching tonight's Truck Series season opener at Daytona. I will see you all tomorrow for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series opener, the United Rentals 300. Hope it's a good race. And of course, Sunday's the big day. So can't wait for that. Anyways, with that said, thank you all for watching. And I will see you all tomorrow. Late tomorrow morning. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right. Peace out, y'all.
That's rough. But hey,